American League bats with.
Early in the year, the Tigers were one of the few teams, about 30 games in, they were a plus against both types of fastballs, four-seam fastball and the sinker. During the 30-game stretch where the offense went quiet, that fell off. So perhaps it feels like, Bobby, the best sign of these last 4 games, 32 runs on 49 hits with 10 home runs, or 12 home runs, is the fact that they are hitting the fastball, because the only way you're going to turn it around is if you started to produce against the number 1 pitch.
I mean, listen, at the end of the day, you can go back into history all throughout the generations of baseball. You have got to hit number 1, that's the fastball, to be successful. It gives you the opportunity to cover the other pitch types should you get them. And in an era where we're getting more spin from more teams across the board, everybody's fascinated on, can you hit the breaking ball? Can you hit the slider? Can you hit this? No. It starts with old number 1. If you can hit the express, you're on time for everything else, and it gives you a better chance.
So fans are saying, why didn't they hit it for 30 games? Why? How did that go away? And yet it's just one of the mysteries sometimes, right?
It went away for virtually everybody in the lineup, except for the guys who were actually hitting during that stretch. So I think it emphasizes the importance of being on time for the fastball, being able to move that ball forward when you get one you can handle. Here's the deal. If a pitcher locates fastball, you're in trouble. That's just the nature of the business.
Yeah.
But the ones you get over the middle of the plate, that's got to be yours as a hitter, especially at the big league level.
And probably the biggest difference is now they are hitting those pitches over the middle of the plate. Fastballs and other pitches.
Yes, because now you're on time for that fastball. You get one over that middle third, or you get one in an area where you're looking for it. You can handle that pitch.
Tigers and Mariners, game 2 of a 3-game weekend series. Mariners had come in hot. They'd won 8 of 9 after a quiet start. Tigers have now won 4 straight as they begin their climb back toward, contention and just, first of all, the 500 mark. Lineups are being exchanged for this game 2. Let's take a look at the details of Bobby.
Yeah, thank you very much, Dan. And what up, though, Detroit? Tiger fans, today's starting laps are brought to you by Comerica. You want to elevate your small business's game? Go to Comerica.com/succeed to learn how. We'll start first with the visiting Seattle Mariners. Their goal this week.
In the world happened to Mike Sims?
Looks like he's hurting a little bit.
It really does.
Something inside the batting helmet.
Look at that.
Maybe he got a Q-tip stuck in there or something.
He is obviously in a little bit of pain.
It was a bug.
It looked like it was a pretty good sized.
It was a moth, too.
Look at this.
It's a live moth.
Wow, we've seen it all now.
Tip of the cap, and now here we go. He gets Larry Walker, and here he is. He's going to face him right-handed. Why not? He looks like a catcher hitting. And now he's back to the left side, and a 2-out walk. So Walker reaches base after that first pitch that was like the flyby here right after the anthem.
Keys for Cater to have a good start.
I know I wear this out, but for me, it starts with Cater Montero's first pitch strikes. We know it's a huge emphasis for all the pitchers for the Tigers, but also, too, he has got to dominate with his fastball and be fearless throwing it in. He had last time out against the White Sox, he was tremendous because he was absolutely relentless with pounding strike 1 and pounding that fastball into left-handed hitters. That sets up his changeup away. Usually he has a good slider. Now, if he got that curveball today, if he's got that working, he's going to be in really good shape because he's going to have a lot of options. But it starts with getting ahead of these Mariner hitters and pounding strike 1 and not being afraid to go in with that heater.
First pitch today will be brought to you by McLaren Health, the official healthcare system of the Detroit Tigers. 5 lefties in the lineup today, all with a measure of success better against righties. And in the leadoff spot, because J.P. Crawford he got hit by a pitch last night, came out of the game. Cole Young in the leadoff spot for just the second time this year. This young man already is making a big impression. 22-year-old native of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. First pitch, he swings and hits a high pop-up to second base. Gleyber Torres onto the outfield grass, back into the infield dirt to the right of second base. Makes the catch. One pitch, one out, and we are underway here at Comerica Park in downtown Detroit. 7-3 win for the Tigers yesterday. Bobby, this is what we saw from Cater Montero in Chicago. It's a really unusual combination, meaning he's a pitch-to-contact pitcher, a fly ball pitcher this year, not a ground ball guy. Usually the pitch-to-contact pitchers who have success are ground ball guys. Fastball for a strike to Julio Rodriguez. But the contact isn't really hard, and start to start, he's working quick innings, quick at-bats. Teams are putting the ball in play, and he's getting outs. Swinging a tap foul. So it certainly speaks to his ability to get the ball off the barrel when he needs to the most.
And that's what he's doing. He's using his fastball, he's using his other pitches, but he's getting a lot of mishits, Dan. You're right. He doesn't punch out a lot of batters, but his ability to get the ball off the barrel and with that fastball beat guys above the barrel just enough to where they either pop it up or it's weak contact to the outfield.
Julio Rodriguez had two good swings last night. He quickly falls behind, no balls, 2 strikes in this at-bat. Line drive single to right, line drive double down the left field line. Called time. Now he's ready. Montero working third base side into his motion. 0-2 curveball. Bounces in the dirt away. Chris Siegel is our home plate umpire today. Laz Diaz, the crew chief, at first. James Jean at second. And Eric Bacchus is today's third base umpire. Just underway. Nice crowd on hand. Tigers trying to make it 2 straight over the Mariners and 5 straight wins overall. The 1-2. Knuckle curve away. You really have to swing at that pitch, don't you? I mean, that's a perfect strike to balls.
It really is. Run that 2-seamer back over away.
The 2-2. Ground ball up the middle. Diving stop at short by McGonigal. Pops up, throws, got him! We'll see if the Mariners challenge. It was bang, bang at the base. The Mariners say they would like to challenge the call of Laz Diaz.
I love that pitch call from Dylan Dingler. He took that really tight. Took that really close curveball away. And again, we talked last night about using the miss. That was a miss by Cater Montero, a competitive miss. Throws that 2-seamer over there, starts it on the plate, it ran back over. I got him safe, Dan.
I got him safe too. It's literally, the ball is literally an inch or 2 from the pocket, hitting leather in Torkelson's glove.
Yeah, I got him safe.
We see sometimes that New York will not overturn because they say it's not clear and convincing enough. But this is where they have to get it right. And to get it right here is he's safe. Yes, it's really close, but we have the technology to show that the foot's on the base before the ball's in the back of the glove.
Yep.
And because we've seen it go against the Tigers, and it feels like we've seen it more often this year, and it's a little bit puzzling. Some calls that are pretty obvious that should be overturned are not because they're just too close.
If you're wondering, Julio Rodriguez, tremendous athlete, got down the line 4.33. That's a really good time, especially
from the right side.
From the right side, especially seeing as that ball got in on him just a little bit. It ran back over. And that keeps him in the box.
Taking a long time. Again, this call should be overturned. And it matters. Even though it goes against the Tigers, it matters. Instant replay brought to you by Sam Bernstein Law Firm. When you need the right call made, 1-800-CALL-SAM.
After review, the call stands, the runner's out, Seattle loses 7.
And Bobby, I'm sorry, even though that's in the Tigers' favor, that's not the right call. And it's very frustrating because we're going to see that call go against the Tigers down the road. You have to get that right. It was clear that the foot was on the base before the ball hit the leather in Spencer Torkelson's glove. I mean, it just...
I don't disagree with you, partner. I don't. I mean, I'm right there. We both had it out or safe.
It's just, yeah, great. Good for the Tigers. Seriously, that's great. It's 2 up, 2 down. But this is the kind of thing that can come back to bite you. They're not getting it right, and we've seen several examples. There was a Cubs game a couple of weeks ago at play-at-home plate. Quite obvious, and they did not call it right. And this is a concern. It's like, don't have instant replay if you're not going to use the technology correctly. Naylor fouls it out of play. We have super slow motion replay, many frames per second, very clear when you slow it down. It's not blurry. It's very clear. And that to me is just, that is a bad use of instant replay. It still remains to be, it's all about the call in the field and about the language they want to use to define what needs to be overturned. That's the problem. And for me on that one, is it when it enters the glove? Is it when it hits? Is it the pocket? Is it the beginning of the glove? How do you discern that? It's just very nebulous. 0-2 to Josh Naylor. Fouls it out of play. Still no balls, 2 strikes. It's supposed to be when the ball hits the leather in the glove, right? That's when it's considered a catch.
If that's the case, then they would have overturned that one. That's the problem. It's just I think it just depends on who's sitting in that seat on a given day in New York.
Oh, there's no question. And some are better at it than others, but we've seen way too many examples of not good use of instant replay. Josh Naylor takes a curveball down. And I'm not saying I've got better eyes than they do. It's just ask a group of anybody sitting in this booth if they saw the same thing. And it's like, yep, the 1-2. Ground ball up the middle, backhanded by Gleyber Torres from near second, turns, throws, and gets Naylor fine play. Good defense behind Cater Montero. He seems to bring out the best in the Tigers defense every game. We go to the bottom of the first inning scoreless. This is the home of Detroit Tigers baseball, presented by Meyer.
We're headed into the home stretch.
I'm hoping we talk about a winner as Mason Wynn unleashes the stretch and in time. And the arm, the equalizer. Berger out by an 1/8 of a step for a big first out. Oh no! Get out of here! Back to back to back! You gotta be kidding me. Where did this come from? 4-0 Miami. Fly ball center field. Hill and Antonacci converging. It's Antonacci with the diving play. This kid is turning into something special in left field. The Reds win! Blake Dunn delivers, tossing his helmet to the heavens. The Reds roar back from down 3-0.
Kyle Harrison, outstanding once again tonight with the 12 punch-outs.
Picks up his 7th win of the season. Matched a career high with those 12 strikeouts.
Order food, snacks, drinks, essentials, and fuel, all in one stop. And always open when you need us.
First inning is brought to you by Rocket Mortgage. Own the dream. Today's game brought to you in part by Northville Lumber, the official lumber yard of the Detroit Tigers radio network. 1-2-3, first inning for Cater Montero. Tigers now get ready to face the 27-year-old from Mount Pleasant, Texas. Bryce Miller making his 5th start of the year. Well, 4th start, 5th appearance. First pitch, swing and miss. And that's what we're going to see today, Bobby. 97, and it's got ride at the plate.
This is special properties of this fastball. It's a 4-seam fastball, splitter, slider. He's got some other stuff, cutter, sweeper, curveball, and sinker. Those aren't really factors. It's going to be those 3 pitches today.
Strike one. Fastball away. He came into the league, and you pitchers talked about it. They're like, have you seen this guy's vert? 19 inches of vertical induced movement, and it's just it's very hard to make solid contact with that pitch. Cutter, 92, sharp late break called strike outer third.
Yeah, we refer to it a lot, so I want to make sure people understand what we're talking about. It's the ability of the baseball to fight gravity of it just dropping. So the more spin you have, it'll fight gravity harder as opposed to the same pitch that doesn't have as much spin on it.
1-2 is swinging a foul out of play, well back first base side.
And so when you're talking about Bryce Miller, his average vert is 19. Guys are chasing, for the most part, 16s and 17s. His average is 19. We're going to see a 2021 today for sure with 2,500 plus spin rate on his fastball. That's otherworldly.
So as a hitter, we've talked about this through the years, you're expecting the ball on a certain plane to do certain things. It's going to drop a certain amount on its way to home plate. His does not. It stays up, and you swing underneath it again and again. Fastball up at 98 as Torres leaning back out of the way.
And the conundrum that you face when you're facing a guy like this, a lot of times we talk about getting a guy off the top rail, you can't hit it. You got to get him. I mean, if this ball's not in the middle of the zone down, you can't swing at it because you're going to miss it.
The 2-2, fastball up and away.
And the problem, Dan, with that is that's a strike. You're taking a strike that's not just at the top of the zone. You're taking a strike that's in the middle of the plate, but you have no chance of really hitting that, impacting that baseball unless it's really about thigh high and down.
The 3-2, swing and a miss. Wow, he did bring it down, and belt high fastball. Gleyber Torres underneath it. 7-pitch battle. Bryce Miller last year, 10 starts before he went on the injured list. Good chunk of the season lost to elbow inflammation. About 2 months, a little more than that. Had a 5.40 ERA before the IL and a 5.60 ERA after, which kind of makes you think, Bobby, he was never maybe quite right. Slider down and in. Because the year before he was 12-8 with a 2.94 ERA. Opponents hit 200, little power, low walks, high strikeouts. That early on is what he's back to this year, the 1-0. McGonigal swings, fouls it out of play, well back third base side, 1-1. Defense aligned behind him. Patrick Wisdom at third with J.P. Crawford missing this game after being hit by a pitch yesterday. Emerson's at short, Young at second. That's a 21-year-old at short and a 22-year-old at second, and they're both very good. 1-1, swing and a foul right off the foot of Kevin McGonigal. Digs in, hitting 287. Still walked more than he has struck out, and you just love the look of this lineup with Torres and McGonigal 1-2.
They wear you out at the top. You are going to be in a battle with those two all day long.
Even with the strikeout, Torres made Bryce Miller throw 7 pitches. This will be the fourth pitch to Kevin McGonigal. The 1-2. Takes the slider. He has a real ability to... Now, that one bounced, but there have been some really tough sliders at his back foot that he's laid off from righties.
Dan, he sees it so early. The head movement is very quiet. He's always on time for that good fastball, and he sees the ball, picks up the spin exceptionally early.
The wind up, the 2-2. Swinging a foul. Out of play, well back third base side. So, again, you're going to see 2 long at-bats to start the game.
Yep. This
is the value of these 2 guys. Even if they make outs, you have already taken a little bit out of that arm with long at-bats. 7-pitch at-bats, you get a little plus next to your name, no matter what happens on AJ's scorecard. Lineup card. The 2-2. Swinging a foul straight back. That's a good foul because that's the high fastball that a lot of guys most swing underneath.
And you see what Miller's tried to do to the left-handed hitting Kevin McGonigal. He's got to reach deep in his bag of tricks now because he's seen every pitch type that he really throws. His four-seam fastball, split, slider, primarily the lefties. To righties, that same four-seam fastball and a split, but a curveball to finish a lot of times.
The 2-2 again. Swinging a pop-up. Shallow center field. Emerson will go out and make the catch about 20 feet under the outfield grass behind the infield dirt. So, 2 7-pitch at-bats to start the game. Miller, in his 2024 season, lefties and righties hit him last year. Righties actually had the edge this year. Lefties, he's done a great job shutting down lefties so far this year. They're just 6 for 37 after the big edge last year, big numbers last year. But it feels like he is, with the start that he has in 21 innings, kind of being back to that 2024 level. Dylan Dingler drives one foul. Man, he jumped on that first pitch fastball and hit it hard and pulled it Pulled it. Well foul. That's being timed up for the fastball.
That's being ready. He is being ready. You have to.
Miller's over on the first base side of the rubber, stands at a slight angle to home plate. Quick step back with the left foot, turns, lifts the leg, and drives to home plate. Sweeper, pitch that he doesn't throw a lot. It is a more true 5-pitch mix to righties, isn't it? Led by the fastball. He's got 7 pitches, but as Bobby said, only about 4 of them are on the scouting report. Line drive left field. This one's deep, but Arozarena's playing deep, and he'll go 3 steps to his left and make the catch. That's a good swing for Dylan Dingler. Hit it hard, the fastball, and he lines out to left field. It's what he does. We played 1, 2, 3 inning for each.
They say it's a game of numbers. Pero el flow es completamente otra ciencia. Mi trabajo es sencillo, cachar ese ritmo que solo nuestra gente tira y regarlo por toda la temporada. Flow mayor is where all those rhythms meet. Porque el flow no es de un solo jugador, es de un corillo entero que prende estadio. De San Diego a Santo Domingo y cada parada en el camino. Cuando estamos activos, la liga sube de nivel. Esto es Flow Mayor.
To see all this excitement around what I love to do growing up, it's crazy.
What's your favorite thing about this whole event so far?
The fusion of sports, entertainment, and cards. Because to me, cards have always been entertainment, and they're getting their just dessert now.
Second inning is brought to you by the Michigan Lottery. Play the Michigan Lottery's Detroit Tigers instant ticket and online games. Injury report brought to you by McLaren Health, the official healthcare system of the Detroit Tigers. You're already getting asked about, hey, when everybody's healthy, what are you going to do with the rotation? Like he's just going to lay out the plans, right?
Yeah. Here's what I'm going to do, guys. Make sure everybody knows.
Breaking ball down and away from Randy Arozarena. Knuckle curve goes down and away. Righty who hits lefties and righties about the same. Draws more walks against righties and more power against lefties, the 1-0. Change up and in. So the numbers for Cater Montero, again, he started filling in after Justin Verlander made the 1 start and went on the injured list. 11 starts, 3.69 ERA with a 2-3 record. 61 innings of work now. And Bobby, one thing he does really well, they're very efficient innings. Fastball low. He's got the 3rd fewest number of pitches per plate appearance of any starter in the American League. So a pitch to contact guy who he's just filling up the strike zone. 3-0, fastball strike on the outside edge. Arozarena thought he'd drawn a 4-pitch walk, but Chris Siegel stopped him by going up with the right hand. Deep in the right-handed batter's box, feet close together, tucks the left shoulder in, cocks the bat up and over the right shoulder. Sinker in is ball 4. Walks are down this year for Cater. Strikeouts as well. It's a fascinating, I keep waiting for maybe a big correction, Bobby, because again, he's become a fly ball pitcher, and a pitch to contact fly ball pitcher makes you a little nervous, but he keeps doing it. Start after start.
But I think that's the consistency. He's been so aggressive with that fastball, and his fastball has enough trait to where he's missing.
Luke Raley swings fouls one over the screen.
Guys just aren't squaring it up, and they're missing above the barrels. Not to the extent of Bryce Miller. He doesn't have those kind of traits. We know that,
Right.
but it's moving just enough to where they can't square it up properly. He's getting those miss hits up.
It's a dangerous hitter at the plate. Most of the lefties in the lineup present real challenges today. Rayleigh fouls the fastball back to the screen, kind of right there. Just what you were talking about.
Yep. It was at the top of the zone.
Dylan Dingler, Jake Rogers, both done a great job. That start against the White Sox, that was the second best offense in the American League going into that weekend series. And he just mowed through them in 6 innings, swinging a foul out of play. There was a little bit of hard contact, but the fly balls were mostly routine.
Yep.
He needed just 65 pitches to get through 6 innings. Rayleigh's hitting with big power numbers. Only faces righties. The 0-2. Swinging a fly ball left field. He got jammed. Over and in. Rodney Green was tracking it. And then he left his feet, dove, and made the catch. Gets the ball in from his knees. Rosarena has to hold at first. He was tracking, then he realized, oh, wait a minute, I got to kick it in another little gear here.
You sure did. I think he thought it got fooled off the bat a little bit, thought it was hit a little bit harder than it was. But he kicked it into another gear, had to leave his feet. But again, that's an example, Dan, of what you're talking about. That's a fastball. It wasn't in on the corner. It was on the inner third.
Yep.
But I think just the way Cater hides the baseball, it's a little bit of deception. The ball plays up. You don't quite get to it.
Curveball backdoor. It's a Dominic Canzone. Misses away, and that's another thing you don't always know. What does it look like to the hitter?
That's the most important thing,
right? Does he have that little bit of deception? 1-0, fastball pulled in. Dingler was setting up away. 2-0 on Dominic Canzone.
We talk about it so much. Oh, these metrics are wonderful, and my pitch design is this, that, and the other. Okay, that's fine, but you're getting tallywhacked all around the yard, so something ain't right.
Can you get people out?
Can you get them out? Can they turn right instead of making a whole bunch of lefts?
The 2-0, swing and a miss. There's the changeup. That is his pitch. Opponents last year, lefty opponents. Lefty hitters hit 280 with big power numbers and 890 on base plus slugging, OPS. Remember, leagues around 710 this year. They hit him. And this year, lefties hitting against Cater Montero, he's lowered that to 620 for left-handed batters. The 2-1, swing and a foul out of play. That's the overall opponent's OPS, and again against lefties, he's just become much better. He's lowered that by almost 250 points of OPS, and that's an incredible improvement in 1 year, and it's led by that changeup. Canzone's been having a lot of success. Flip over to first. Oh, very close. Did the ball pop out of Torque's glove?
I don't think so. I think he just got back.
Rosarena, a base-stealing threat. Cater Montero does a good job paying attention to the running game, basically stopping that running game. Tigers will not challenge. Boy, was that close.
He was looking froggy over, especially in his 2-2 count, expecting it off speed to be thrown.
Team that doesn't steal a lot. He's got the jump start, and then he stopped, and then he went back. Ground ball foul. If Cater had stepped off, he would have had him picked off. Canzone, 2 balls, 2 strikes. The count remains. He'll see at least 6 pitches in this trip to the plate. He's hitting 270 with power. Against righties this year, doesn't play against lefties. At age 27, they kind of turned him into a guy who's only going to face righties. Rosarena wants to go so badly. Change-up challenge. It was called the ball. Challenged by Dylan Dingler. And was a ball. A rare miss by Dylan Dingler, who has been the best catcher challenging calls in the major leagues.
I'd like the challenge, though.
If Rosarena doesn't take off one of these next 2 pitches, I'll be shocked. It doesn't go. 3-2. Fly ball center field hit. Deep. Going back barely, and that ball is over his head up against the wall. He knocks it down. He can't find it. It's right at the wall, and that's going to allow Rosarena to score. Dominic Canzone crushed it over Vierling's head to the base of the wall, and then Matt Vierling couldn't find the ball for a moment. That momentary hesitation allowed Arozarena to score 1-0 Seattle.
Yeah, that was a changeup up. Looking to get this ball down and away after he threw the fastball in the previous pitch before. And changeup up. Luke Rayler, we talked about how well he's hitting right-handed pitch, and he absolutely smashes this ball 411 feet to center field. And Vierling had a tough time. Arozarena was going to score anyway from first base on a ball hit like that.
Brings up Patrick Wisdom. First pitch sinker for a strike on the outside edge. Long time with the Cubs. This guy debuted late. One of those late bloomers. But at age 29, 30, and 31, his first 3 full years in the major leagues with the Cubs. This is a consistent power threat. 28, 25, 23 home runs. Ground ball foul on the third base line. Then his age 32 season struggled. Went to Korea last year. Bombed the ball. There is thump in this bat. So far, injury-shortened start to this season, just 3 for 21. Right-handed batter, deep in the right-handed batter's box. Knees bent. Bends at the waist toward the plate. Tucks that left shoulder in as he cocks the bat over the right. Forcing fastball 96. That's about the upper limit for Cater. Misses high and away. Canzone, not great speed. Short, cautious lead at second. Torres at second base, up the middle, keeping an eye on him. The 1-2. Slider couldn't induce the swing. Gator's done a great job against righties. Improved against both lefties and righties. The big improvement against lefties, but righties hitting just 198 with a little bit of power. The 2-2. Fly ball to center. This one's hit hard. Vierling going back, tracking, and he'll backpedal and make the catch. Couple of steps from the warning track and straightaway center. Wisdom smoked it. 2 in a row to dead center. This one is out number 2.
Yeah, he really squared that up. 109 off the bat. He hit it 2 square. We talked about the spin rate. The spin rate impacts batted balls as well. That ball was just under 1,000 spin rate, which essentially means it was almost knuckling.
Colt Emerson takes a curveball for a strike. Optimal spin rates, hitters talk about all the time. The pure backspin that they're looking for. The ball moves through the air, there's less resistance, and he moves most efficiently through the air. Fly ball down the left field line, Riley Green toward the stands. Has room, makes the catch. One step from the front row where the wall angles out in foul territory. Colt Emerson pops out for the third out here in the second inning. Walk double combination produces a run. We head to the bottom of the second inning. 1-0 Seattle. This is the home.
They say it's a game of numbers, pero el flow es completamente otra ciencia. Flow mayor is where all those rhythms meet. Porque el flow no es de un solo jugador, es de un corillo entero que prende estadio. De San Diego a Santo Domingo y cada parada en el camino. Cuando estamos activos, la liga sube de nivel. Esto es Flow Mayor.
That brings up Samuel Basayo.
The 1-1. Basayo hits us high in the air. Center field. Langford back. This one is way out of here. That may have been off the batter's eye in center. Samuel Basayo just hit it where almost no one ever has. Holy smokes. Some 440 feet later, Samuel Basayo just destroyed that baseball. A breathtaking moment at Camden Yards.
437, 109.5 off the bat.
McGuire, an official partner of the Detroit Tigers. 1-0 Seattle. Tigers bat in the second inning. Kerry Carpenter leads off. First pitch. Gets a slider down, taps it foul. Hit a slider out last night. Ryan Woo's got a pretty nice fastball. Tigers had a lot of good at-bats against him. We talked about it. AJ talked about it being timed up for the fastball this entire series. Seattle team pitches off the fastball. Swing and a miss. You notice the top two staffs in baseball by run prevention, by ERA, the Yankees and Seattle. Both throw the fastball the most. The two types of fastball. Sinkers, four seams. The 0-2 bounces up to home plate. So the Tigers know what they're going to see by pure velocity, average fastball velocity. The Mariners have the best collection of power arms in their rotation and in the bullpen. It's interesting to see how the sinker, Bobby, has become really a big weapon again. It wasn't that long ago that was a pitch that got hit. And now it's become a big weapon for teams across the major leagues. Fly ball deep down the right field line, hooking by the foul pole. Foul. About 10 feet foul at the end. It's just a long foul that keeps the count 1-2.
The splitter that was up and away. Kerry got out in front of it just enough. Didn't quite barrel that ball.
Miller working first base side into his motion. The 1-2. Swing and a miss. Wow. Oof. That's 97 with some hop at the plate. Again, that four seam that has the vertical that we talked about is useful both up and down in the strike zone.
Oh, especially down, especially with the way his stuff is built. He's not a guy that's just going to stay on the top rail with that four-seamer. He can go down, and the reason he goes down is if you decide, okay, I'm not going to swing at the fastball down to protect against the split, okay, he's going to throw it right down there. It's going to ride out. He'll beat you down there, too.
Riley Green swings and misses at a splitter. This is what you remember, really, from Bryce Miller. The Tigers saw him in the postseason last year. He gave up 2 runs in a 4-inning start. They have not scored a run off of him in 3 regular season starts. Riley Green swings and misses at the splitter. Riley comes in hitting .315 with 6 home runs, 29 RBIs. He's kept that average above 300 for most of the year. He's made improvements. He's bumped the walk rate, cut the strikeouts. Starting again to get that home run stroke. Splitter again. 3 straight splitters. Riley Green swings and misses on 3 pitches. That's unfair to have that splitter.
It's 97. It's absolutely filthy. Great arm action, good bottom to it. Some splitters act more like a changeup, sinking, fading action. Some just fall out of the sky. That one fall out of the sky.
Brings up Spencer Torkelson. Time for Dollars on Deck. First pitch, fastball low and away. Again, righties have the slight edge against him in his early innings this year. Both righties and lefties hit him last year. Neither righties nor lefties hit him in 2024. This is the 2024 Bryce Miller. The 1-0. Swing and a miss. 98 away. So Spencer Torkelson gets a hit this inning. Northfield Lumber will donate to Detroit Blightbusters. Northfield Lumber is Michigan's oldest business and largest Trex decking dealer. 1-0 Seattle. We're in the bottom of the second inning. Today's game brought to you in part by the Sam Bernstein Law Firm. When you need the right call made, it's 1-800-CALL-SAM. 5 up, 5 down with 3 strikeouts so far for Bryce Miller. Mariners have a rotation problem right now. They've got too many. Swinging a foul back to the screen. Too many starters. Bryce Miller, as we talked about last night, had been piggybacking with Luis Castillo, who had struggled early. Well, Castillo started to turn around. He's been their rock for years. And now they've got 6 legitimate starting pitchers, all pitching well. And they're going to go with a 6-man rotation, the 1-2. Ground ball fouled on the third base line. And that certainly could be an option for the Tigers when everybody gets healthy.
Listen, if you got everybody that's throwing it well, you first of all, there's an oxymoron. There's never enough starting pitching. You figure it out. However you got to do it, you figure it out. It's just too hard to acquire starters or get starters from your minor league system, wherever they come from, to do a good job in the big leagues to ever have enough.
1-2, swing and a miss. Woof. That was a powerful 1-2-3, strike out the side inning for Bryce Miller. Wipes out Torkelson on 98 up. 3 swing and miss strikeouts.
And Melendez socks one deep right field, right down the line. Stowers to the corner, and it's out of here. First career walk-off RBI for MJ Melendez.
Oh, baby! Brian Reynolds clears the deck. Pirates win it on a Friday night in the Berg. Back it goes! Let's go!
This team, man, unbelievable.
Blake Dunn going back, leaps at the wall, Dunn on the spin, and he brought it in. He robs a homer.
Well, that was a terrific play.
Take a good look. You won't see it. Tovar has walked off the Giants.
Tovar hits his second of the night.
They say it's a game of numbers, pero el flow es completamente otra ciencia. Esto es flow mayor.
Kids, go Tigers!
1-0 Mariners. They get ready to face Gator Montero here in the top of the third inning. Johnny Pereda at the plate. Longtime backup catcher. He got the call when Cal Raleigh got hurt. 1-0. Swing back sinker for a called strike. That's a beauty. Away, starts in the left-handed batter's box, snaps onto the plate. We were talking about it before the game, using Johnny Pereda as kind of a launching point. Swinging a pop-up, fouling out of play. And also a Jason Beck story today. Talking about Max Clark, and he asked him about what the biggest differences were hitting AAA pitching. Expecting him to talk about you've got some major league pitchers who've been in the major leagues. They've got some craftiness, some veterans. They know how to get you out. And he immediately went to the catchers. Slider away. Good take by Pereda. And how that there are so many veteran catchers like this guy who are at AAA, kind of just in insurance in case their main guy gets hurt. The 2-2 ground ball on a high chop over the mound, fielded to the left of second by Torres. He'll flip over to first. And he said those guys game plan for you, and they set you up, and their sequencing is so advanced. And I thought it was really interesting that Max Clark went to that first as the biggest difference. But when you think about it, there are so many. The Tomas Nidos of the world down at AAA. The Paredes of the world down at AAA. And I thought that was really pretty smart of Max Clark.
It's very sharp. It points to who Max Clark is as a human.
Slider up and away to Cole Young, who popped out first pitch swinging first time up.
Yeah, you got the bling and the gold chains and all that. That's a sharp kid. For him to point that out, that's number one. Number two, I think it's a reflection of, I'm a big believer in player development, that you need to.
Swinging a pop-up foul and out of play.
Kevin McGonigal is the exception, not the rule. I'm a big believer that prospects need to stop in AAA for a little bit of time to understand that piece of it. You can feel when you're getting carved up as a hitter. And you know when you're getting set up. Sometimes you can't do anything about it because the stuff is really good.
1-1, fastball high and away. 2-1 on Young, a lefty, 1 of 5 in the lineup today.
But you need to have that feeling somewhere along the line. You're not going to get it in AA. AA is pure stuff. In single A, you're just still trying to put your uniform on the right way. Okay, so you're not there yet.
The 2-1, fly ball, right field. Didn't get all of it. Actually, this is going to die in shallow right field. And Perez comes in to make the catch. Cole Young got jammed. Another example of what we talk about with Cater Montero, able to miss barrels. 2 up, 2 down here in the third.
But when you have an understanding, that's when you find out what game planning and understanding what they're going to do versus what you do well, and how do we not get away from what you do well, but you also understand their game plan. That's where you find that at that AAA level, because you've got guys who have done it a little bit. They've done it upstairs.
Fastball low and away. Julio Rodriguez at the plate.
And that's that mesh point right there. And you have to understand it, and you have to feel that before you get to this level.
There's a lot of learning going on with Max Clark at AAA right now.
Absolutely. It's okay.
The 1-0 ground ball foul down the third baseline. It got off to a hot start, and then teams started paying attention.
Yeah, and then that's what happens with a veteran catcher.
Right.
Whether you got a veteran on the mound in AAA or you got a young guy who's a prospect himself on the mound.
I'm going to apply all I know, even though I'm down at AAA right now, to get you out.
That's right.
We're going to circle you at AAA just like they do in the major leagues. Rodriguez robbed of a hit first time up, both by a McGonigal dive and by replay. Swing and a miss. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Outfield plays him straight up. 740 OPS in the first halves of his career. 902 in the second halves. Cued down the first baseline foul. Julio Rodriguez. You don't usually see splits like that.
No.
He has been every year a slow starter outside of his first year. And then big finishes each of the last 3 years. It feels like he might be getting heated up early this year, and that's not good for the rest of the league.
That's a problem, man, because this dude is really good in the second half.
It was the series here in Detroit before the All-Star break last year that ignited a big finish for Julio Rodriguez. Ground ball to the right side, pass to diving Spencer Torkelson into right field. He was way off the line with the righty up, but this is a guy who knows how to just find hits. Punch to ground ball through the right side. A 2-out single here in the third.
Yeah, and if you're Cater Montero, that's okay. You executed a 2-seam fastball that came back, or it's a 4-seamer. And that ball was probably, as a matter of fact, there's no probably in it. That ball was off the plate away, and he poked it into right field for a base hit. You can live with that.
Yep.
Now you got to pay attention at first base, but you can live with what you just got there. You got a weak ground ball to the right side. Big deal.
7 steals. He's been caught twice. High shot, line drive, base hit into right off the bat of Josh Naylor. Renzo Perez closed quickly, got that ball in. 2 singles, a ground ball in the right spot. Josh Naylor with a sharp line drive. 2 on, 2 outs in a 1-0 game. That brings up Randy Arozarena. Julio Rodriguez last year hit 3 home runs in that 3-game wipeout before the All-Star break. Seattle came in here and swept. And then his final 68 games, he hit 300 with power, 21 home runs, and a 950 OPS. Line drive down the right field line, fair ball into the corner. That's going to produce at least 1 run. Naylor around second, heading to third. He will be waved around third base. Throws coming in from right field. Gleyber Torres relayed to the plate. Not in time. Bang, bang at the plate. Head first slide. Got the left hand of Josh Naylor onto the plate before the tag of Dylan Dingler. A 2-run double for Randy Arozarena and a 3-0 lead for the Mariners.
Yeah, again, another good pitch by Cater Montero. This is a sinker that's down and away. He only hit it 80 miles an hour, but it's to the right place. And
Naylor telling the safe call at home plate.
Ball got into the corner, and Tigers are challenging. I thought he was safe, and he was.
Carlos Cardoza down there at third base, coaching for the Mariners at third base. Very aggressive. He got in there just got in ahead of the tag of Dylan Dingler. Excellent relay. Carpenter to Torres. 1 hop to Dingler.
I mean, it's a swipe of the glove that gets the left wrist of Naylor, and his fingertips got on the plate about 1/100 of a second before.
I mean, just before. Just before.
Fingertips are on the plate. The safe call was correct by Chris Siegel.
It's a good call.
Replay should uphold this. Although I'm all for it if they want to overturn it. Everything was done perfectly on that.
Sure was. Very good relay. Good baseball right there. He just missed by whatever, however, 1/10 of an inch, however you want to call it.
After review, the call stands, the runner safe, Detroit loses challenge.
Yep.
Hey.
Two outs, bases empty. Ground ball single, line drive double. Chris Fetter, a slow walk out to the mound to have a conversation with Cater Montero. And again, this is why we talk about a low swing and miss rate. A pitch to contact pitcher is just going to have a tougher time being consistent start to start. You need a certain level of swing and miss. And he just couldn't get it in any of the last three batters. Let's pause right now for station identification. This is the Detroit Tigers Radio Network. Conversation over. Chris Fetter down in the dugout. Montero now tries to strand Rosarena at second base by getting Luke Raley. Luke Raley putting up the best power numbers of his career. Flipped down to second base. McGonigal ducking in behind Rosarena. Got back easily. Kind of a short, cautious lead. Nice pickup for the Mariners. Started with the Dodgers, then with Tampa. Kind of a late bloomer. First got a chance to play full-time at age 28. Fastball perfect at the knees for a called strike one. Nice power numbers, facing mostly righties in 2023 and 2024. Injuries just killed this production last year. Well, Luke Raley is back at age 31. He's hit 13 home runs and 160 at-bats. Swinging a ground ball foul, curveball up. That pitch has either been very good or quite hittable by lefties or Cater Montero. At times he can snap it off and get a swing and miss. We have seen lefties do a lot of damage against that pitch. The 0-2, swinging a pop-up foul and out of play. Mariners in their road gray pants, the blue piping down the pant legs. Their dark blue jerseys with the block lettering Seattle and white outlined in a teal green across the front. Numbers on the lower left of the front of the uniforms, on the back as well. Tigers in their classic home whites, the oldest insignia of any team, the old English D. Montero checks a Rosarena. The 0-2. Fastball up and away. 3-0 Mariners. Tigers have gone 6 up, 6 down against Bryce Miller. Double forehand zone produced a run last inning. There was some hard contact. Now 3 2-out hits have produced 2 runs. The 1-2. Ground ball tap foul on the ground behind home plate. Gorgeous day for baseball. Nice crowd on hand. We got another afternoon game with Seattle tomorrow. Off day Monday, and then the Twins come in for 3 starting on Tuesday. That's a good turnout. We had 32,000 last night.
Great crowd.
Outfield deep and straight up, respecting the power of Raley. The 1-2. Tap foul. He is doing exactly what you talked about, Bobby. He is just pounding him in with fastballs.
And he's still got good stuff. Listen, he got hurt by a weak ground ball to the right side, another weak ground ball to the right side, and a bloop double. I mean, these things happen. He shouldn't be too discouraged. Yeah, there's 3 runs on the board, but for the most part, he's been okay.
Montero places that left foot in front of the right when he sets, holds the glove above the belt, checks the runner, 1-2, swing and a miss, knuckle curve, got him. 7-pitch battle, won in the end by Cater Montero. 3 straight 2-out hits produce a couple of runs. Tigers have some work to do. We go to the bottom of the third. 3-0 Seattle. This is the home of Detroit Tigers baseball, presented by Meyer.
We're talking about power. We're talking about bling. This is the stuff that puts people in the seats.
Ruth's adoring fans pitched in to gift a crown fit for the home run king.
How come the fans didn't, put something together for him?
They gave you a nice round of applause.
Good job, Carlos.
That man is 42 years old. I'm only 22. Until that man stay on that mound, nobody going to take me out of this game.
Okay, let me see what I can do about it. Right now, I feel like I can go over there and go placata right now on the field just because I held this bat, Willie Mays. I'm not giving it back to you. You need it back?
Get back.
Okay, you can continue talking.
Right, and you're just going to hold on to it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Hammer and Hank became baseball's all-time home run king.
Hank Aaron flipped the bat, pointed to the outside, and said, "Black it."
Every single Triple Crown winner has been inducted into the Baseball Hall of Fame. So it looks pretty good for Miggy. Just saying.
Go to baseballhall.org to plan your visit to the National Baseball Hall of Fame and Museum in Cooperstown, New York, and catch every episode of Hall of Fame Connections on MLB.tv.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
At McLaren Healthcare. With great benefits and career growth, your future starts here. Apply today at mclaren.org/careers.
Third inning is brought to you by Mastercraft Heating, Cooling, Plumbing, and Electric. For fast service and the best price, choose Mastercraft. Mr. Replay brought to you up again by the Sam Bernstein Law Firm. When you need the right call made, 1-800-CALL-SAM. 7-8-9 hitters. Keith leads off. Colt Keith takes a 96-mile-an-hour fastball outer third, called strike one. Emerson at short shades up the middle. The outfield plays Colt just about straight up. Rodriguez in center shades a few steps toward left center. Wisdom's off the line deep at third. Splitter misses down and in. 6 up, 6 down for Bryce Miller, making just his 4th start of the year. Elbow inflammation wiped out a couple of months last year. This year it was an oblique. One of his first mound sessions in spring training. Pulled the oblique, fly ball to the gap in right center, and that's going to split the outfielders all the way to the wall, the deepest right center, triple territory. Keith around second, heading for third, and he will go in without a throw. Nice to see Colt Keith drive the ball to the gap in right center. Leadoff triple in the third.
Got to get something you can handle against Bryce Miller. That was a slider he left up and out over the plate. Colt Keith jumped on it. Jumped on it. Good stroke. Stayed behind that ball a little bit better than he has been and split that gap in right center field. That's a long way out there. As soon as that ball's off the bat, you knew it was going to be 3 of them.
Man, nice to see him drive the ball and working so hard on it. Infield in tight. And Bierling takes fastball up at 96. Matt's hitting .219, 4 home runs, 23 RBIs. Tigers situational hitting. Again, every at-bat's a situation, but their ability to have the connected at-bats, good productive outs, was a big part of the success in Tampa. Swing and a miss. 4 sacrifice flies. 2 sacrifice bunts. Obviously, the sacrifice flies all led to runs, but the bunts did as well. Now they back up the infield.
I don't get this.
I don't think I've seen that, Bobby. They were in tight, and now everybody's backed up. The 1-1. Bierling swings, pops it up, playable. Naylor to the first base coach's box. Hat flies off, makes the catch. 1 out, man on third. Now they'll bring the infield back in. What do you think? Let's think along with Dan Wilson.
I'm trying to. I really am. I'm not. That was. Matt Bierling came to the plate. Obviously, 0-0 count, nobody out. You're up 3. It's early in the game.
It was a surprise to see him come in.
With a guy who punches out a lot of guys and gets mishit fly ball. I don't get that one. I'd love to hear the explanation on that one.
Well, now they're back in tight. Wenzel Perez takes a slider at the back foot, ball 1. 3-0 Mariners are in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Today's game brought to you in part by Blue Cross Blue Shield of Michigan, the official healthcare provider of the Detroit Tigers radio network. Wenzel hitting 170. He's been better from the right side. We started to see improved at-bats from the left side, especially in Tampa, the 1-0. Ground ball fouled on the first base line behind Anthony Sanders, Tigers' first base coach. 1-1, the count on Wenzel Perez, but this bat can heat up. Just be a threat. AJ loves having switch hitters, but you have to be a threat from both sides. Redis setting up inside the 1-1. Swing and a pop-up. Fouling out of play. Miller's a guy who getting a lot more ground balls this year. Not really a fly ball pitcher. You think of a guy who works high in the strike zone with 97, 98 being more of a fly ball pitcher. A lot of pop-ups, but he gets a lot of ground balls. Not necessarily easy to get that ball in the air to the outfield to get a run home. Everybody in tight. The 1-2. Backdoor splitter. Got him.
The batter's challenging the strike call.
Wenzel challenges. He's going to lose, and the Tigers will be out of challenges.
The pitch is a strike. Detroit is out of challenges.
Oh, boy.
And I'm going to be honest with you, it went against the Tigers, but this is why I like the challenge system. You got to keep your emotions in check and keep your wits about you right there. You know you only got one left, and it's early in the game. You're already down 3. Now you got to go 6 more frames with no challenges.
Brings up Gleyber Torres. Let's lean on Gleyber Torres one more time. Big hit in the game yesterday. First pitch fastball perfect, 97. Every fastball is 96, 97, 98. Young at second, he's terrific. He's shaded up the middle. Emerson straight up at short. Same for Wisdom at third. The strike 1. Swing and a miss. Carter was sharp late break at the plate. No balls and 2 strikes on Gleyber Torres. He struck out first time up. Got a kind of a belt high fastball, but because of that ride, he swung underneath it and struck out. I don't see him do that very often. The 0-2. Swing and a miss. Fastball up this time, shoulder high. Torres strikes out. 6 strikeouts for Bryce Miller through 3. End of the 4th inning, 3-0 Mariners on the Detroit Tigers Radio Network.
Rays now chasing a 2-1 deficit as Connie DeLuca comes up.
Hey, there's a shot. Well tagged off the bat of DeLuca. That baby is gone. And the Rays tie this on one swing of the bat from Johnny DeLuca. A rocket shot. Sounded good, looked even better.
That cleared the bullpen and went up into the second deck.
438 feet. Longest shot for DeLuca in his career.
Not a smidge of doubt. That ball was absolutely mashed.
All your favorite games from MLB Play are back. Bigger, bolder, and better than ever. Test your skills with daily puzzles like MLB Pickle, the Ultimate Mystery Player Challenge, and Immaculate Grid, where stats and strategy collide. Then in Spinball, build your roster, take on your friends, and compete for the weekly prize. Or be the first to beat the streak and hit your way to the $5.6 million jackpot. Plus, the all-new Daily Walk-Off. Lock in your players by category for the walk-off win. The game's official home for games is MLB Play. Only on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Biggest thing we're bringing is a brand new Tony Gwynn drop I did with his estate. So we just signed a deal at therealist.com to actually go through his entire archives, present them, and auction them off. And to announce it, we did this limited edition 1994 The Lost Season card. Because, you know, between August of 93 and May of 95, Tony Gwynn batted .406 in 162 games. So in the back, we have the stats of what could have been.
Well, we certainly served it up over the plate. This is a burger fit for a home run king, the 99 burger in honor of Aaron Judge. They sell a bazillion of these at Yankee Stadium. It looks pretty good. I feel like we passed the test. What about you?
I think so.
Dominic Canzone leads off for the Mariners. 6, 7, 8 hitters. Lefty Canzone, the righty Wisdom, the lefty Cole to Emerson. First pitch, Cater Montero could use a nice quick 1-2-3 inning. Knuckle curve floats high, ball 1. 3-0 Mariners. We're in the top of the fourth inning, brought to you by Wallside Windows, local and family owned, celebrating 82 years as Michigan's leader in replacement windows. Keith even with the base at third. McGonigal right up the middle. The outfield plays his lefty to go the opposite way. Swinging a pop-up foul and out of play. the lefties are the biggest numbers against righties. Naylor's been a little off this year, but he's a threat. Naylor, Raley, big numbers against righties. Canzone, big numbers against righties. And Emerson, it's early, but he looks like a tough out. The 1-1. Fly ball to center field deep. Beerling going back to the track at the wall, looking up, and it's gone. A home run. Dominic Canzone, 8th home run of the year, all off right-handed pitching. He crushed it. Man, they have been driving the ball to center field this afternoon, especially the last 3 innings. 4-0 Mariners. That's a blow.
That ball was smashed. Fastball up out of the plate. 1-1 heater up. Out away from Canzone, and he got extended and got through that ball. Really stayed behind that and drove that one out to center field.
We'll see a handful carry the straightaway center wall here at Comerica every year. Ground ball to second base. To the left of second, Gleyber Torres fields an in-between hop, flips to first to get Patrick Wisdom. Last 12 batters, we have seen hard contact. Canzone now twice has gone deep to center field. One for a double over the head of Matt Beerling, and this time he decided he wanted to just go over the head of Matt Beerling and over the wall. Rosarena's had a line drive double down the right field line. Patrick Wisdom has crushed the ball to straightaway center. Colt Emerson, lefty, rookie, swings, fouls it out of play, well back third base side. 4-0 Mariners win the 4th. Very streaky offense for Seattle this year. Winning 8 of their last 10. If you go back one game further, they've been hot offensively for 11 games. Offense the previous 20 have been cold. But with the lefty production they're getting, changeup misses down and in. You're going to get Cal Raleigh back at some point. I think he's actually on a rehab assignment right now. They're hoping he's going to be back on the next homestand. This offense, which is right now 9th in the American League, this could be a real force in the second half of the season. Emerson swings at a 95-mile-an-hour fastball, fouls it well back third base side. 2-2 the count. That was popped up down the third baseline. I was writing down strike 2, and it was actually caught by Colt Keith. So thank you, Colt, for taking care of that instead of being a 2-2 count. I thought that ball was going out of play. Wrote down strike 2. No, it's an out. 2 outs after the home run. That'll bring up Johnny Peretta, veteran catcher, swinging a soft tap foul on the ground behind home plate.
Yeah. It's been a little bit louder. You're right. Canzone scorched that ball to center field for the first time, and then he said, I'll take care of this. Got a heater. It was a changeup the first time. And a fastball the second. Both of those pitches were up. Not where he wanted them.
The strike 1, swing and a miss. Best slider he's thrown today. Peretta's provided a little bit of offense since being recalled from the minor leagues. Again, a long-time backup catcher, insurance, and they have needed him this year. He's getting most of the catching duties. With Cal Raleigh out, slider low and away. What Cal Raleigh did last year was just off the charts impressive, but doing it while being a catcher, and he wasn't a DH a lot. He was the mostly everyday catcher.
Yeah, he caught quite a bit.
It was just an amazing season for Cal Raleigh. The 1-2. Ground ball foul outside the bag at third. 4-0 Mariners are in the 4th inning, but man, get that guy back. This is a team that likes hitting away from their home ballpark. T-Mobile Field now in Seattle is year in and year out. One of the most pitcher-friendly ballparks in baseball. Really the most pitcher-friendly. 1-2. Line drive, base hit, one hop off the dirt into right. Lots of line drives off the Mariners' bats today.
Two-seamer up right there away from Peretta. Doesn't try to do too much with it. Hits it on one hop through that right side. That ball was smoked, 98 off the bat.
Pitch counts at 70 for Cater Montero here in the fourth. For him, that's a really high pitch count. It's a little above average for the average pitcher, an average pitch count. He's somewhere in the mid-60s through 4. First pitch slider on the back door for a called strike to Cole Young. So already 6 more pitches than he threw in 6 innings in Chicago. Short, cautious lead for Peretta at first. Keith's a step behind the bag at third and well off the line with McGonigal up the middle, swinging a jam job pop-up into shallow right field. Unsel Perez will come in, make the catch for out number 3. Home run widens the lead for Seattle. Canzone has a double and a home run and 2 RBIs today. Tigers bat bottom of the fourth. They're down 4-0.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
In baseball, it's important to use your head, but it's not always helpful.
It hit him in the head, and oh no, it's going to be a home run. Well, Jose, you have company.
And batter beware, the animal is loose.
Can I see that jump again? It looked like Luke Cornett trying to block a 3.
Now, there's top rail, and then there's yelling 4.
He hits him right in the palm of the glove.
It certainly grades an A for effort.
David Peterson on to pitch. Jacob Marcy loses the bat.
Well, somebody's throwing a baseball up there from the Mets dugout to try and loosen it.
Shot up the middle. That's where Hyer Lee is, and he drops the ball. Unbelievable.
And how about a look at some heads-up defensive plays?
Converging. It's Antonacci with the diving play.
And what a rolling grab by Jorge Barrosa.
It's by the pole, and Siri got it. He went up and got it.
That, folks, is the magic of baseball.
Royo on the spin, smother. Got him.
Fundy goes behind the back.
How about that?
Riley Green looking to add on and maybe take a lead.
Riley Green, fly ball, right center field. This one's deep. Watch it fly. Gone. How about it? Riley Green's first of the postseason delivers a 4-3 lead for the Tigers in the 6th.
Wow, just stayed on that breaking ball. Man, did he hammer that thing. That was 3/4 of the way up those seats out there in right center field.
Pitch counts are brought to you every game by Rocket Mortgage. Own the dream. Told you that Cater Montero's pitch count for him certainly climbing. For Bryce Miller, not so much. Just 43 pitches through 3 innings. See if the Tigers can begin chipping away. You give Bryce Miller a 4-run lead. That's a little bit dangerous. Best bullpen in the American League knows how to protect these leads. See if the Tigers can do a little bit of damage before he leaves the game. McGonigal takes first pitch fastball outside ball 1. Dingler, Carpenter to follow here in the 4th. Wisdom almost straight up at third like a right-handed batter at the plate. Step behind the bag. Emerson up the middle. Check swing, slider. Tapped on the ground behind home plate. McGonigal frustrated like, doggone it. Why did I even check my swing?
It's because it was nasty, Mr. McGonigal. He's made a lot of guys look bad.
Upright, relaxed stance. A little toe tap. Dives into home plate, takes a pitch up and away. Splitter misses. Riley Green saw 3 of the best splitters of the day in rapid succession and striking out in the 2nd inning. Tigers 1 hit so far. Colt Keith led off the 3rd with a triple, was stranded at 3rd, the 2-1. Fastball high and away, 3-1. Mariners did not walk a batter last night, and that might be the case. 1-2 run walks, that's about the max for the Seattle staff. Tigers had a lot of good swings, but they're not going to fuel rallies with walks. Fastball up and away. See if this one does. Leadoff walk to Kevin McGonigal here in the 4th.
Yeah, they don't do it often. They don't walk very many hitters at all. Matter of fact, they walk the least amount in all of baseball. They punch out their share, too.
Walk rate was up sharply to start the year, as we kind of predicted, because of the smaller strike zone, but it actually has come back down.
Yep.
Over the last several weeks. But the Mariners are the only American League team with a walk rate below 3 walks per 9. Fly ball center field off the bat of Dingler. This one's deep, going back Rodriguez, and he'll have room. My goodness. Makes the catch where the left field wall meets the center field wall on the track. That's 400 feet plus away from home plate, and it's just out number 1.
Yeah, it's a big part of the park.
What a good swing.
Yeah, it sure was. Dylan Dingler certainly capable of going out there. It's one of those things, didn't quite get all of it as well as it was hit.
Another hard-hit ball for Dylan Dingler. Carpenter batting. First pitch, swinging a pop-up. First base side, is it playable? Coming over, Naylor, Peretta, and that is safely into the top of the dugout. Mariners dugout on the first base side. It's just strike 1. Carpenter struck out on a 97-mile-an-hour fastball first time up. Bryce Miller struck out 6 of the first 10 batters that he faced. 5 of the 6 swinging. Carpenter taking his time before he digs back in. Miller already with 10 swings and misses. We're in the 4th. The strike 1. Splitter up. He's missed up with that splitter. Kerry almost hit a splitter out that was up last time up. Hang another one.
Please.
4-0 Mariners. Tigers try to do something about it. We're in the bottom of the 4th. Time called. Carpenter started to dig in and thought better of it. Steps out. Thinks about what Bryce Miller's going to offer him right here on the 1-1. Very windy day. I don't think it's really played into the game at all. If anything, it should have helped that Dingler fly ball that just got hauled in. The 1-1, swing and a pop foul. That felt like an opportunity for Kerry Carpenter.
Yeah, that's one. That was a slider that was inner third. And again, when you got a guy, first of all, in general, hitting, period. When you got a pitch you should hit, that's what you got to move the ball forward. But especially when you get a guy out there like Miller with his stuff. Boy, you get one you can handle. You foul it off, you're behind it.
1-2, swinging a tap foul, forcing fastball down. And you've made the point, Bobby, again and again, if you're timed up for the fastball, you have to be able to then, or put you in the best position to then hit any pitch in the middle of the plate.
You fire on the pitches you're supposed to fire on, and you leave the pitches alone that you're supposed to leave alone if you're timed up for that good heater.
Fastball up and away, and that was a splitter again, missing. 2-2.
And I say fire on it because, listen, you let it go. Sometimes you do what Kerry Carpenter just did, you foul it off. But at least you made the decision, and you had you came to a good hitting position where you're able to swing the bat the way you're supposed to.
Short, cautious lead for McGonigal at first, 2-2. Line drive deep and foul. Only got out ahead of a slider. Up a little bit, but well fouled on the right field line. Carp's going to see at least 7 pitches in this trip to the plate. Riley Green waiting on deck.
He's left a few of those splitters up lately. Be interesting to see if he goes back to it or stays with that slider.
Can't picture him throwing another splitter. It's just not a weapon right now. 2-2. Fastball 96 sails away. Pitch number 7 is ball 3. One of the indicators that Bryce Miller wasn't right last year, he gave up 17 home runs in 90 innings. That's a big number.
It is.
He'd given up 21 the year before in 180 innings of work. McGonigal goes. 3-2 is pop foul over the screen off to our left. I like this good long battle, making Bryce Miller try to figure out what pitch can I go to. Sliders, splitters, four-seam fastballs so far.
Velocity's come down a little bit too, Dan. That one only 95 miles an hour. He's down to just an average fastball now. Still above average spin rate, so it's still playing pretty well.
Carp again waiting on a 3-2. There goes McGonigal, swinging a line drive, foul. Ooh. Right over Anthony Sanders. That didn't clip him, did it? He got out of the way.
No, he got out of the way.
It looked like it changed direction, but Anthony Sanders, quick.
Laz Diaz.
Good reactions.
Giving a little nod.
Laz Diaz.
Checking his pulse. He's over there checking Anthony Sanders' pulse. That's great.
Laz Diaz. As Sanders went over to talk to McGonigal at first, put his fingers on his neck. All right.
Didn't miss him by much. It was a little bit closer than I thought it was.
The 3-2 again, swing and a foul. Kerry Carpenter will see at least 11 pitches in this trip to the plate.
It's a good battle by Kerry Carpenter right here. Let's see if he can't win this one, get this Tiger offense kickstarted a little bit.
Last 5 pitches, slider, fastball, fastball, slider, fastball. The 3-2, swing and a foul to the screen. Pitch number 11 stays with the fastball.
He does not have a good feel for that splitter right now. He would have thrown it by now if he did. Been four-seam fastball up, four-seam fastball down. Sliders, tried to slider down and under the hands of Kerry Carpenter, tried it away. It's a good battle.
Right, for Kerry Carpenter, you're just obviously staying on the fastball.
Heater middle. You can't get off that fastball. Look for the heater middle, just anything else you get.
Hang a slider. Miller, 3-2 again. Low and in, throw to second base, but it was called ball 4. It's going to be challenged by Peretta.
The catcher is challenging the ball call.
There was no call at second base. There wasn't an out or safe indication.
Challenging the ball call.
It's going to be tight, too, down at the bottom of the zone.
I think it was a ball, and it was.
Just.
This is a ball. Seattle has 1 challenge remaining.
That's a fabulous at-bat by Kerry Carpenter to win that battle right there.
Pitch walk. Wow. That's really good. Does bring up the whole play at second base on a potential called third strike, ball 4 that's reviewed, because there was no call by James Jean, and we've seen this before.
No. And both times we've seen, at least the 2 times I've seen it, Dan, the call at the plate was a ball, so there was no repercussions for no call at second base. So I haven't seen. But
it could have been a strike.
It could have been a strike, and I don't know what happens at that point. But perhaps there was a call. Well, there's no visible call. There's no hand in the air or safe call that we could see. Now I don't know what was said.
Couple of walks against a premium strike thrower. Tigers have a threat brewing for the first time today. See how much that took out of the right arm of Bryce Miller. Riley Green ground ball to first. Naylor down to Emerson. Back to Bryce Miller. And that's inning over. 3-6-1 on the double play. Tigers mini threat. Long at bat for Kerry Carpenter, but they can't get anybody home. We head to the 5th inning. 4-0 Mariners after 4 on the Detroit Tigers.
How does one of baseball's most celebrated plays connect to one of baseball's most notorious curses? Through a cross-country move, an earthquake, and the Men of Steel? Find out on Hall of Fame Connections.
It was a defensive play so iconic that we simply call it the catch.
This is the glove Willie Mays had when he made that catch. This is great.
But let me touch it for a second.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oakland pitcher Dave Stewart was named the World Series MVP.
It really comes from like the kings of Siam would give their courtiers white elephants, which were sacred animals, and they'd be too expensive again to maintain. Would put them into financial ruin.
They need to know this story. That's amazing.
Nobody could steal a base like Ricky.
I'm the greatest of all time. Thank you.
So imagine making steals in these stuff.
So these are Tie Cubs.
These are Tie Cubs.
So what I want to know is, were they ever swabbed for the DNA of opposing pitchers?
Roberts is no stranger to stolen bases himself.
That's what makes him special, is that everybody knew he was going to steal.
Roberts is going. Safe.
You know what they say? One great play deserves another.
Catch every episode of Hall of Fame Connections on MLB.tv and discover your own connections to the game at baseballhall.org.
Fifth inning is brought to you by Fargo Law. All they do is win. Bryce Miller has the long battle with Kerry Carpenter, walks him in a 12-pitch trip to the plate, and one pitch later, he's out of a jam. Julio Rodriguez swings, pops it up, foul and out of play to start the fifth inning. 4-0 Seattle on top. Dan Dickerson, Bobby Scales, glad to have you along, and it's just picture-perfect summer feel. We're not quite officially to summer, but let's call it summer afternoon in downtown Detroit. Jenny Hoynatsky and Tim Jetski are engineers today. The strike one, sinker, low, check swing. As Diaz says he did not go. Strikeout updates brought to you by Carplus, the official ready-to-drink canned cocktail of the Detroit Tigers. Keder Montero, 1 walk, 1 strikeout. He's given up 4 runs on 6 hits. Bryce Miller, 6 strikeouts in his 4 innings of work. Julio Rodriguez swings, pops it up by first base. Torkelson will make the catch. 1 up and 1 down. Mariners have scored in each of the last 3 innings. 1 out, double for Ken Zone to the wall and straightaway center. 2 out, rally in the 3rd inning. 2 outs, bases empty. Rodriguez single, Naylor single, Arozarena double, scored 2 runs. And Dominic Canzone again goes deep to center field this time. Carries the 412 marker and hits it out. Oh, fastball up and in. Hit Josh Naylor in the batting helmet. Oh, my. He's okay. He didn't go down. He ran out. He had a smile on his face. And everything's okay. That was scary. I mean, how are you smiling there? I mean, wow. I think he's just feeling happy that it didn't do any. It didn't hit him in the helmet, didn't it?
I think, Dan, what happened, I think he ducked out of the way and kind of hit him in the back and skipped up off his helmet.
Up in
shoulder first.
You did, okay.
And then the helmet flew off.
Then the helmet flew off.
Yeah.
The reaction was he's just kind of smiling and laughing.
Josh Naylor's a different cat, man. He's sand. He's irritant. He gets in places where he shouldn't be. But you want him on your team.
Yep. Randy Arozarena, right-handed batter, first pitch, knuckle curve, backs up onto the inside corner for a called strike, walking a double for Arozarena. Naylor's now been on twice. Single, now hit by a pitch. Right between the, kind of on the right shoulder, almost in between the shoulder blades. Change up, big swing, soft tap. No balls and 2 strikes. Outfield playing Arozarena deep, respecting the power. Hasn't quite clicked for this consistent power threat for Seattle. 6 home runs so far. Reliably 20 to 25 every year. Ground ball to short. McGonigal to Torres to Torkelson. 6-4-3. Couldn't draw up much better. Inning ending double play. Tigers bat in the bottom of the 5th inning. They've got some work to do. They're down 4-0. This is the home of Detroit Tigers baseball, presented by Meyer.
Since 1927, Gallagher has been serving the communities where we live and work.
This ball is launched to right. Dom Smith, a deep blast. And Atlanta with a couple of solo homers and a 2-0 lead.
How about the location? That's elevated. It's 97. A little bit of cut to it, a little bit of vert. Exactly where he wanted it. But Dom Smith doing his homework and ready for it and crushes that one to right.
A no-doubter for his 2nd of the season.
They say it's a game of numbers, but el flow
es completamente otra ciencia. Flow mayor is where all those rhythms meet. Porque el flow no es de un solo jugador, es de un corillo entero que prende estadio. De San Diego a Santo Domingo y cada parada en el camino. Cuando estamos activos, la liga sube de nivel. Esto es Flow Mayor.
There's so much history right here, and when I put it on, and it's so light, it just feels just right. It feels just right. I mean, look at this. It got the city on it. When I was 7 years old, my uncle takes me where? To Shea Stadium. Darryl Strawberry hits a home run, and I become a fan for life.
In part by Corewell Health, reminding you together we can overcome any obstacle, fight any battle. Torkelson leads off. First pitch, fastball riding up and in. Fouled out of play. Strike one. Keith Veerling to follow. One hit for the Tigers through four. Tigers did manage to make Bryce Miller work a little bit last inning. Couple of walks, including a 12-pitch trip to the plate for Kerry Carpenter. Swing and a miss, fastball. So a belt-high fastball, you think, well, that ball, you just got to crush it. And we see it again and again because of what we talked about, swinging underneath it.
Yeah. And it's interesting, Dan, as a hitter, you don't grow up in your progression realizing that the gravity affects it the way it does until you see guys that have these traits to their fastball, and you're like, this ball should be here, and I feel like I'm on it, but you're not.
The 0-2, and Torque swings, fouls the fastball a little bit higher. He moved it up about 3 inches, so that's a good foul. Bryce Miller pitches off the fastball. As Bobby said, look for 3 pitches. Fastball, splitter, slider. And what has he done today? Fastball, splitter, slider, 90+% of his pitches. 7 swings and misses on the 4-seam fastball. First base side of the rubber, stands at a slight angle. Quick step back with the left foot, lifts the leg, drives to home plate. 0-2 sweeper away. Torque struck out on a 98-mile-an-hour fastball up. You would think he might go right back to it after the sweeper away. Young at second base, shades up the middle. The outfield straight up. They don't move a whole lot. Play fairly deep. The 1-2. Fly ball, left field, deep. Arozarena back. He's going to have room. Back pedals onto the track. Makes the catch. Good swing for Torque. So Dingler, Torque. Dingler twice and Torque. Those have been the best swings of the day, as well as the Colt Keith triple up the right center field gap.
Yeah. Torque caught that one just off the end with the heater away. You know you got to be short and quick, get that barrel to it. He was just a hair too early. Caught it off the end just a little bit.
And that ability to do that, which Bryce Miller certainly has. Keith swings, pops it up, foul, out of play, third base side. So the exit velocity, we talk about hard hit rates. A hard hit ball by StatCast, by Baseball Savant, is 95 miles an hour or higher for a reason. That was 92 off the bat with Spencer Torkelson. Yep. So like you said, he didn't get all of it, but that 95 is a cutoff point for a reason. Talked about it the other day. Batting averages go from 230, 240, and then they jump to 260 at 95. Remember, league average is 240 now. And then every couple of miles an hour, it doubles. Swinging a tap foul by 100, you're at a 400 average, batting average for anybody who puts the ball in play at 100. That's ground balls, line drives, fly balls. And then the power numbers just keep going, and by 104 miles an hour, it's a 500 batting average, and it just keeps climbing. Pitch in the dirt. It's not a be-all, end-all, but it certainly is a good sign if you're hitting the ball consistently hard.
Absolutely.
Keith waiting on a 1-2 pitch. On the way, low and in. And then the other element is how well are you spinning the ball off the bat? And it's something you can train for, right? Well, I mean, as hitters, because of your bat path.
That's the path. You're training the path. I mean, obviously you can't control the results,
right,
but you're training the path. And if your path is sound, more often than not, ball should come off the way it's supposed to.
Swing and a miss, splitter up. That's not where he wants it, but he fooled Cold Keith. Hard splitter above the belt, gets a swing and miss strikeout, the 7th strikeout of the day for Bryce Miller.
Yeah, when you're Bryce Miller, you got the kind of stuff. You got superior stuff. A lot of times you got a bigger margin of error. That was a splitter up. He certainly did not want that ball there, but what he had done to Colt Keith previously in that at-bat allowed him to get away with that pitch.
2 outs. Tigers just 1 hit so far. Fastball up and away, 95. Matt Vierling popped out his first time up. It's what we learned in Tampa, at least I was reminded of, because all the Tiger home runs were going way farther than the average ball hit at that launch angle and miles per hour off the bat, is the spin rate off the bat. So not all hard hit balls are created equal. Fastball away.
It wasn't the new air they pumped into the building, Dan? Are you sure?
Man, you had a good working theory. But you know what? I just, in the end, I decided, Bobby, because it hadn't been peer reviewed.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Your theory, which, again, sound, they had just trapped, the new roof had trapped hitter air into the ball.
I've got some academic writing coming up on that, so you may change your tune.
Fastball down and away. I really did like it, though. It was a good working, and we haven't discarded it completely.
No.
If you've got a paper coming out, we're all for it. But man, Tropicana Field was playing different from the last time we'd been there. That was for sure. Balls that normally died on the track were going out. The 3-0. Fastball in the middle for a called strike 1. 4-0 Mariners are in the 5th. 5th inning is brought to you by Figer Law. All they do is win. Hardest working player brought to you game by Carhartt. Proud to support Detroit Tigers baseball and the hardworking people who make it possible. 3-1. Swing and a miss. Wow. Fastball just powered him inside. Matt Vierling couldn't beat him to the spot.
It's like that one, if I didn't know better, had a little arm side run to it.
It looked like it, didn't it? I was going to say, that looked like a 2-seamer, but it wasn't. The 3-2. Ground ball up the middle, and that's where Cole Young is, right by second base. Flips it to Naylor at first. Bryce Miller has cruised through the first 5 innings. We head to the 6th, 4-0 Mariners. Trying to...
Mariano, Rivera, Cutter, man, what can you say? Because lefties had no chance against him. Randy Johnson. All you want to do is try to make contact and put the ball in play. Don't get hit in the head and just try to pull it in play. Mr. Greg Maddux, another great teammate, great player. Hey, this is a beautiful card right here. This card tells you and lets you know that I got him. When you see that finish high, you know that he's in the books.
What was that ball crushed?
They say it's a game of numbers, pero el flow es completamente otra ciencia. Mi trabajo es sencillo, cachar ese ritmo que solo nuestra gente tira y regarlo por toda la temporada. Flow mayor is where all those rhythms meet. Porque el flow no es de un solo jugador, es de un corillo entero que prende estadio. De San Diego a Santo Domingo y cada parada en el camino. Cuando estamos activos, la liga sube de nivel. Esto es Flow Mayor.
All we do is win.
All we do is win. The Hexa Sheets? Think made-to-order food, snacks, drinks, essentials, and fuel, all in one stop. And always open when you need us.
Pitch and change. Brought to you by Southeast Michigan Ford Dealers. Think Ford first. Drew Summers takes over on the mound for the Tigers, his third appearance since being called up from the minor leagues. So far, just an inning's worth of work. It's all about the strike throwing for Drew Summers. I remain intrigued by his drop and drive, low arm slot ability to get swing and miss at the minor league level. Can he do that here? I think he can, Bobby, but he has to be able to throw consistent strikes.
It's got to come over the plate, Dan, from that low sidearm arm angle. Different look, lefty.
Base is Luke Raley. Slider, check, swing, went too far. No balls and 2 strikes.
Yeah, it's a
pitch.
2 and 4 seam fastball. Slider, changeup for the big left-hander out there. We saw him the first day in Tampa, 2/3 of an inning. No hits, no runs. Did walk a batter.
The 0-2. Fastball up and away at 94. It's almost sidearm. I mean, really, if it's 11 degrees, that's sidearm, right?
I'm calling anything under 15, 11 sidearm.
Right.
So
good. I'm glad we have a marker. I didn't know what that marker was. I think that's a good one. Under 15. The 1-2. Swinging a high fly ball, right center field deep. Perez going back some more, and he will make the catch. Woo! One step from the wall in deepest right center. It's just a long out number 1.
Yeah, hanging slider there by Drew Summers. Wenzel Perez did a nice job. Got on his route. Good angle over that right shoulder. He took off. Had to look at the ball in the air. Took his eyes off for a couple strides. Located the baseball. Knew where he was in relationship to the fence. And hauled it in. It was very nicely done.
1 out. That brings up Dominic Canzone. 2 big swings today against Cater Montero. Canzone takes first pitch sinker that's high and tight. Ball 1. Double over the head of Vierling in center. Home run over the head of Matt Vierling in center. 2 RBIs. Good pocket for Drew Summers to face these lefties. Fastball in. Didn't miss by much. Tigers have no challenges. Don't think he would have challenged it anyway. Off the plate and in 2-0. Canzone came in hitting .261. Like Raley, most of his at-bats almost exclusively been against righties. Drop and drive, 95-mile-an-hour sinker for a called strike. Final line for Cater Montero. It's brought to you by Figer Law. He goes 5, gives up 4 runs and 6 hits. 1 walk, 1 strikeout. The 2-1. Swinging a pop foul out of play. This is a Mariners team that, again, has upside as an offense. They came in 9th in run scoring. The run scoring is the same home and road. Most years they are much better on the road. We saw that last year, both in the postseason and in the regular season. They loved hitting this ballpark. 2-2, fastball, got him. Nice pitch, 92 in, left on left.
It was a good sinker from Drew Summers. I like this look out of the Tiger bullpen. You're right, Dan. The strike throwing is the biggest issue with him. But he's extreme third base side. He crossfires. Low arm angle. Low vertical release. It's a different look. Creates some different angles that you don't see very often. He's got enough stuff to be effective as well.
Now the righty, Patrick Wisdom, first pitch fastball, strike 1. So with that low vertical approach angle, his fastball will also be able to play up in the strike zone, won't it? Swinging a tap foul just differently than Bryce Miller, who's got that good vertical. This is a low vertical approach angle. It just means it's coming in flatter to the strike zone and can get the same results, meaning swing and miss underneath it.
Yes.
Torres at second, shades up the middle, the outfield deep, and they play Wisdom to pull. There is power in this bat. Injury shortened start. He does have 1 home run in his 23 at-bats. The 0-2. Swing and miss. There it is. Fastball up. Good strike throwing. Swing and miss underneath the 95. Tigers bat, bottom of the 6th inning. Down by 4-0 Mariners. This is the home of Detroit Tigers baseball, presented by Meyer.
Canseco back to the track. Look it up. It is off his head, it looked like. And over the top. A home run.
this. And it's out of here.
Jose, you've hit a lot of home runs, but that shot will live forever.
Turns out a minor tune-up to the Dodgers lineup may have Mookie Betts firing on all cylinders.
It's gone! There's the feel, there's the results.
Dave Roberts decided to give Mookie a new perspective on Tuesday, dropping him from his usual 2-hole down to the cleanup spot for the first time since 2017. Safe to say, Mookie's slumbering bat woke up.
And this ball is gone, a home run, as Mookie announces he is back.
Betts went atomic against the Rockies, launching 2 homers and driving in 5.
Well, Betts in that cleanup spot, and that's exactly what he's been doing with runs. He's been cleaning them up.
And hey, shout out Andy Pajes. He shifted up into the 2 spot, racked up 4 hits, and extended his MLB leading RBI total. The Dodgers have been winning and are on top in the NL West, but getting Mookie Betts back to his old self makes their chances at a three-peat look a whole lot better.
They say it's a game of numbers, pero el flow es completamente otra ciencia. Esto es flow mayor.
Sixth inning is brought to you by the Jack Demmer Automotive Group. Go and experience the Demmer difference. Bullpen beginning to get busy for the Mariners. Jose Ferrer getting loose. 9-1-2 hitters. Perez, Torres, Kevin McGonigal. Here in the 6th inning against Bryce Miller. First pitch, fastball. What else? Ball 1 on Wenzel Perez. Bobby, he is starting at bats with the fastball and he is ending at bats with the fastball.
When you have an electric one like he does, that's what you do.
The 1-0 in the dirt. And, I think that went off the glove of the catcher Pareda and then caught him. Missed the shin guard, maybe caught him on the leg above it. Let's see. No, just hit him square on the right knee with the shin guard. But that just shows you how much it can still sting.
It hit you in the right place.
Oof.
It just hurts less than it normally would. That's all that means.
It was just bare bone.
Yeah.
2-0, the count on Wenzel Perez. Tigers down 4, trying to do something about it. Fastball strike, outer third. Tigers did push the pitch count up just a little bit for Bryce Miller in the 4th inning, but he bounced back with a 1-2-3 fifth, so his pitch count at a very reasonable 78 coming into the 6th. The 2-1. Line foul, man. Good swing, hard contact, well foul. He was out ahead of the fastball. Kind of impressive what he's doing, given that the splitter has been very much an off and on weapon after he struck out Green in the 2nd.
Yeah.
The windup, the 2-2. Swinging a high foul fly down the right field line.
Action in that Tiger bullpen. Ty Madden up and throwing.
Ty Madden moved to the bullpen. We were in Tampa to provide some depth in the bullpen. The 2-2. Line foul. He's out ahead of everything right now. He just pulled the fastball. Then he pulled the slider. And then he pulled the splitter. Both the last 2 were splitters. He'll see at least 7 pitches.
He's trying to get it away from Wenzel Perez, because if he does that, that's either swing and miss or ground ball to second base. They both ended up inside. That's why Wenzel pulled him foul.
Time called. Perez had waited long enough on Bryce Miller. 4 runs and 6 hits for the Mariners. No runs, just 1 hit for the Tigers. A Cole Keith leadoff triple in the 3rd. And the Tigers are down 3-0. That would have been a big run to pick up, but Bryce Miller, he's pretty good. Have we mentioned that? Got 3 outs and allowing a run to score, swinging a tap foul.
That's more of what he was looking for on those splitters, to try to get it away. Wenzel did a nice job of staying.
Yeah, he did.
Rode that out on his front side and just tapped it foul. That's 3 straight. I'd be shocked if he didn't go fastball up here.
8th pitch of the at-bat on the way. Swinging a foul on, this time, a slider. Down and in. I'm really surprised he hasn't gone up. Munson's got pretty good bat-to-ball skills. He doesn't strike out a lot. Boy, it sure seems like he's set up for that.
I think he is. Splitter, 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 slider down. It says heater up.
2-2, heater up. Ninth pitch of the at-bat is ball 3.
It's a good job right there by Wenzel laying off that. It was probably...
I mean, as a hitter, you want to swing at that so badly,
oh,
right?
my gosh, you have no idea. And you just convince yourself you can get to it, but you can't.
The 3-2. Strike 3 called. No challenges remaining. Wenzel thought he'd drawn a walk. Don't think he would have won the challenge.
I don't think so. That's absolute paint up and away.
That's a heck of a pitch.
It is absolutely 95 miles an hour, dotted up and away from Wenzel Perez. Bryce Miller made a pitch when he had to. Sometimes you just got to tip your cap. As much as this position player hates tipping his cap to any pitcher, that's one of those times.
Yeah. He wanted to challenge. He was going up to his helmet. And then he realized, oh, I'm the one. I'm the reason why we don't have a challenge. Shoot. Torres takes a pitch outside. 4-0 Mariners are in the 6th inning. Let's check some scores in the 1-800-CALL-SAM studio scoreboard. Brought to you by Myra, the official grocery retailer. The Detroit Tigers Radio Network, the 1-0. Fastball, swing and a miss. That is just bottom rail perfect.
And that's the thing. He can beat you down low, too. He just rides out and it keeps going. That's why his splitter, when he's got it, and admittedly, Dan, he doesn't have a great splitter today.
Right.
But there's no defense for it because you got to respect that fastball down there as well.
Fastball, oh boy. Well, that's a veteran catcher getting a call. That pitch was away, and Peretti, you can see him bring it in. That was 6 inches outside. And he got the call. Wow. The 1-2. Strike 3 called. 2 calls that might have been challenged by Gleyber Torres. He would have won. And instead, a called third strike. Gleyber Torres having some words with Chris Siegel. Because those were 2 pitches, 4 and 6 inches roughly out of the strike zone for called strikes. Let's pause for station identification on the Detroit Tigers Radio Network. Next up, Kevin McGonigal. Fastball low and in. Might be hearing it from the Tigers dugout. Chris Siegel just put out his left hand like, oh, come on now.
Some chirping going on for sure.
Ground ball on a high chop to first. Josh Naylor will underhand flip to Bryce Miller on a 1-0. Kevin McGonigal, routine ground ball out to end a 1-2-3 6th inning. We head to the 7th.
All your favorite games from MLB Play are back. Bigger, bolder, and better than ever. Test your skills with daily puzzles like MLB Pickle, the Ultimate Mystery Player Challenge, and Immaculate Grip, where stats and strategy collide. Then in Spinball, build your roster, take on your friends, and compete for the weekly prize. Or be the first to beat the streak and hit your way to the $5.6 million jackpot. Plus, the all-new Daily Walk-Off. Lock in your players by category for the walk-off win. The game's official home for games is MLB Play. Only on the MLB app and MLB.com.
That one is gone! His major league leading 23rd home run.
Tough chance. What a play by Freeman. Did he hold on? He did! Oh, man. Cody Freeman makes a highlight reel catch.
Astros win 11-9, scoring 6 in the bottom half of the 8th. Their best win of 2026 came out of nowhere.
Shohei Ohtani did his job tonight. 6 innings of 2 hits, shutout baseball, 1 walk, 6 strikeouts, 89 pitches, 58 for strikes.
Has his ERA down to 0.74.
Christopher Sanchez has become the all-time leader in scoreless innings for a left-hander. Consecutive scoreless streak ends at 50 2/3 innings.
Seventh inning is brought to you by Snethkamp Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. The Snethkamp Automotive family celebrating 100 years in 4 great Michigan locations. Drew Summers, I like what we're watching. Cole Emerson, lefty, takes a called strike. He's filling up the strike zone. 13 pitches, 10 strikes. Really struggled in spring training throwing strikes. He admitted there might have been, some nerves involved. Hey, he's a human. He was a kid trying to make a team. And then he went down and he threw a lot of strikes. For Toledo, he got a lot of swing and miss. And the question always is, old Jim Leland, how does he get him out when he's in the strike zone? Now we're seeing he gets him out with a mix of pitches, but the fastball is a weapon and the slider against lefties is a weapon. Emerson swings and misses 1 and 2.
And then that's why you got to be a little bit patient with guys. First time in the big league last year, didn't go so well. Got a chance to make the team, didn't go so well.
1-2, way outside with the fastball, 2-2.
And let's be honest, left-handers that have stuff that Drew Summers has, low arm angle, low release, enough giddy up on the fastball, can spin a breaking ball, they're going to get a little bit longer leash, and he should.
The 2-2. Ooh, almost. Backed up the slider and got the call. Left side of the infield shifts to the right. The outfield plays Cole Emerson to go the opposite way. Hit a home run right down the left field line in the game yesterday. Just up from the minor leagues. 21 years old. Fastball, swing and a miss. Got him. Sinking the fastball down and in.
I love that. Good call by Dylan Dingler and good execution from Drew Summers. Throw that fastball down the middle, let that sinking action take over, and he tied up the left-handed hitting Colt Emerson.
That'll be the end of the day for Drew Summers, his best outing. There haven't been many, of course, in the major leagues, but that was a really good outing, Bobby.
He can build off that. That's good for the kid. Get him confidence. He's got enough stuff.
4 up, 4 down, 3 strikeouts. 2 on swinging third strikes. Tigers going to their bullpen. We're in the 7th inning. Mariners have a 4-0 lead. This is the home of Detroit Tigers baseball, presented by Meyer.
Ford is here for
2 strikes on Hunter. This ball hit deep left field. Take a good look. You won't see it for long. It's a 1-run game. Second deck for Hunter Goodman. His first of the year. That thing went 435 feet.
You get the future Hall of Famer in for Hunter Goodman. Last year's Silver Slugger, the National League as a catcher. Just a rolling curveball. Dang it. Hunter Goodman's going to destroy it.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
They say it's a game of numbers, pero el flow es completamente otra ciencia. Flow mayor is where all those rhythms meet. Porque el flow no es de un solo jugador, es de un corillo entero que prende estadio. De San Diego a Santo Domingo y cada parada en el camino. Cuando estamos activos, la liga sube de nivel. Esto es Flow Mayor.
Change brought to you by your Southeast Michigan Ford dealers. Think Ford first. Ty Madden, who's been working as a bulk guy, also has started a game, now working out of the bullpen. First pitch, soft line drive off the end of the bat. Johnny Pareto will have his second hit of the game. I love put the head down, rounded first like he was going to head for second. Stopped. Ty Madden into the game, and we've liked his outings this year. Again, in a bulk role, meaning that he was a starter who had an opener for him. He was very good. First 2 outings, and he got hit by the line drive. 2 batters into his 3rd outing. And then the start in Tampa against the Rays. First pitch, slider strike on the inside corner. I think I'll be interested to see if his fastball plays up a little bit out of the bullpen in shorter stints, because the fastball, even at 93, was getting some swing and miss.
Well, I think it definitely will. I think that, you know, he has an opportunity to come out of that bullpen and do what he's doing right now. It'll play up for sure.
Cole Young batting, lefty, check swing, pitch high and tight. Did it hit him?
Yep.
It did hit him. They actually appealed to Eric Bacchus, the third base umpire, to see if he had swung first. The answer was no. The ball was actually caught by Dingler, so it just clipped what?
His jersey, Dan.
His jersey or the outside of his left forearm? Looked like it changed
maybe
directions.
Both. Definitely clipped the jersey. It might have gotten outside of that left forearm first.
Well, he certainly sold it.
Yeah, he did.
He's got a little smile on his face at first, like, he got away with one.
He knows. Shaking his arm off like he got squared up. Just clipped the badge on the outside of the jersey.
Maybe. 2 on, 1 out, seventh inning. This becomes a real challenge for Ty Madden. Julio Rodriguez, Josh Naylor, Arozarena, the 3 most dangerous hitters in this lineup coming up. No Cal Raleigh. He's been out since mid-May. They're hoping to get him back shortly after this road trip. The strike one. Line drive, foul into the netting down the left field line. That slider hung, though. Be careful. No balls, 2 strikes. This guy will punish your mistakes.
Yeah, this guy, Dan, you talk about guys that are shining lights in this game, young stars. This guy's one of them.
Just certain guys you like watching play. Splitter bounces backhanded on the in-between hop nicely by Dylan Dingler. Didn't try to frame it, though. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Yeah, I worked with Mariners GM Justin Hollander in our days in Los Angeles with the Angels. And you talk about Julio Rodriguez, first thing he says, world-class human. You love to hear that, especially about a guy who's this good. Yeah. Easy to root for.
Swing and a miss. Splitter down and away. Pulled it. That pitch has been a weapon for him off and on. Second out of the 7th inning. It reminds you, I mean, when you say just a good human, when your superstars are just good humans. Tarek Skubal is just a good human.
Yep.
And he's a superstar, and he's the same person every day, and he is such a good teammate. Those are the people you want. Ground ball to second base, down to a knee. Gleyber Torres fields and flips to Torkelson at first. Josh Naylor bounces out. And a nice job by Ty Madden. Single hit batter, 2 quick outs.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
A simple, customer-first experience from start to finish. No runaround, no guessing, just real people working to make your Ford purchase easy. Shop the Ford Employee Pricing Event today at Michigan's #1 Ford dealer, Bill Brown Ford.
#1 Ford dealer is based on Ford's new total retail sales reports for 2025.
The Finnish Long Drink, Finland's best-kept secret, is here. Long Drink is a sparkling citrus beverage made with real liquor. Try Long Drink today. Also available in peach and cranberry. Enjoy responsibly.
for a couple men on. Dylan Dingler will lead off. Jahmai Jones will pinch hit. So Dingler, Jones, and Green. Jose Ferrer takes over on the mound for the Seattle Mariners. 31st appearance of the year. Oof, heavy workload for one of the two lefties in the bullpen for Seattle. First pitch fastball up. Did we tell you that there's some velocity on this staff? 97 from the left side, up and in, ball one. 1-0. 96 away, 2-0 on Dylan Dingler.
Yeah, you get the spring training with the Mariners. If it's not coming out at 97, they just send you out. Just going back down to go to the other side of the complex. You can start over there until you get it up a little bit. Holy smokes, everybody.
Fastball up and in, and it's quickly 3-0 on Dylan Dingler.
Yeah, Ferrer out there with a big arm, 97 average on the fastball. It's a two-seamer, no four-seamer in the arsenal, changeup and slider.
And he knows where it's going. He's going to 3-0 on Dingler, but he doesn't walk anybody.
That's always a plus.
3 walks in 28 innings with 24 strikeouts. So it's not a ton of swing and miss, but it is a big arm and will give up hits, just not extra base hits. Sinker away. How about that? Only had walked 3. His 4th walk of the year is a 4-pitch walk. So 160 ERA in his 28 innings of work. He has allowed 30 hits. So opponents have hit 275. But it's 30 hits, 25 singles. So Tigers want to chip away with Ferrer on the mound. Looks like they'll have to put together their walks and singles. Jahmai Jones swings at the first pitch, fouls it out of play. Pinch hitting for Kerry Carpenter. And a big at-bat here for Jahmai. Sometimes it's just one at-bat.
Yeah.
One swing where you make great contact against a hard thrower. Or not hard thrower. Just, you have that good at-bat with solid contact. You barrel it up, and it can turn things around.
Well, the worst thing about it, man, is you're looking for that one at-bat, and you can't. It's weird because you're trying so hard to make up for what hasn't happened this year, but you can't.
1-1 up and away with a changeup at 88. 2-1 on Jahmai Jones.
You try too hard, you're sunk. So you got to find that balance of, okay, it's going to turn. This is going to be the one, especially in the role that Jahmai is in. You got to relax and just trust your process.
2-1, he swings and pops it up. To Young at second base. He's going to circle around it, circle onto the outfield grass, move to his right at the end and make the catch. Jahmai Jones pops out, and it's just the hardest thing to do, isn't it? Like you said, it's right there on every giant scoreboard what your numbers are.
Yep.
And you just have to block that out. You can't make it up in one at-bat, but you want to.
It's hard. It's so difficult.
4-0 Mariners are in the bottom of the 7th inning. Riley Green batting. He swings, fouls it out of play. Man, 97 powers him in. Ferrer's been around for 4 years, 3 years with Washington, now with Seattle. Sinker strike at the knees on the inside corner. Nice pickup for the Mariners. Off-season trade in December to add to a bullpen that is right now hardest to hit in the American League. Fly ball left center, fairly deep, but playable for Julio Rodriguez. He'll call off a Rosarena, one step onto the warning track, makes the catch. Dingler has to hold it first on an 0-2. Riley Green, routine fly for the second out of the 7th inning. The Tigers have only had 2 base runners on in 1 inning. Walks from McGonigal and Carpenter in the 4th. They had 2 on, 1 out. Bryce Miller had just had a 12-pitch battle with Carpenter and lost him on a walk. And then the very next pitch, Riley Green hit into a 3-6-1 inning-ending double play. Sinker, 99, strike 1. Not too many lefties firing 97 to 99 like Ferrer does. Change up at 87, gets a swing and miss. No balls and 2 strikes.
More action in that Mariner bullpen. Matt Brash getting loose.
But the action on that changeup.
Oof.
The 0-2 changeup away. I mean, he really turned that hand over. Got some nice downward action away from torque. Righties have hit him at a 290 clip. Whatever extra base power there has been from righties. Ferrer works over on the first base side of the rubber. The lefty sets, turns away from home plate slightly. Fastball swinging a miss. Foul tip to the glove of the catcher, Pereda. And that's a pretty dominant 1-2-3 inning after the opening walk to Dylan Dingler for Jose Ferrer. We played 7-4-0 Mariners on the Detroit Tigers Radio Network, presented by Meyer.
The people are welcoming, they're loving, they're caring. So if you're looking for a familial feel, definitely Asheville. It's Asheville. That's all you got to say.
Yeah. They're excited to be back and back on their feet. So it's been awesome to see the rebuild.
Winning or losing, like everybody's there having a good time rooting us on. So I've always enjoyed that the whole year.
You play here at the tourist park and you feel like you're back in the old days playing real baseball.
Nestled right into the mountains there.
That's right on a cliff.
They say it's a game of numbers, pero el flow es completamente otra ciencia. Esto es flow mayor.
All tied up, 3 apiece into the bottom of the 6th inning. Matt Olson leads off for the Braves.
Oh, wait, hang on here. How far is this one going to go? Is it chop house bound?
Keep flying.
Yes! Just enough mustard for Matteo.
It's got to be the Sox. And you can see Matt, he didn't think he got it. You can see by it. But again, you look at those flags, the way they're kind of going.
And he gets it out of here. A moonshot to give the Braves the lead back at 4-3.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
Is brought to you by Varsity Ford. There's a Varsity Ford in Ann Arbor. 4-0 Mariners as we head to the top of the 8th inning. This copyrighted broadcast presented by authority of the Detroit Tigers may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Detroit Tigers. Sinker low. Time Madden on the mound. Rosarena at the plate. Rayleigh, Canzone to follow. Mariners scored in the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. They've let the pitching do the rest. Slider bounces at 84, 2-0 on a Rosarena. 2-run double for Rosarena. Big hit in this game. Turned a 1-0 game. It was 2 outs, bases empty. In the 3rd inning when Rodriguez singled, Naylor singled, and a Rosarena double. Hot shot up the middle and off the glove of Gleyber Torres. Caught him on an in-between hop. I wonder if he got blocked a little bit by Madden as the ball went by Madden's glove. But you don't usually see Gleyber Torres, even on a ball hit that hard, miss a ball.
No, you don't. And
that was just hot, though.
Yeah, you have to get to a position where you can see after the pitcher's followed through. Ty Madden has a little fall off the mound to the first base side. It looks like he didn't quite see it the way he wanted to.
And it was, there goes a Rosarena stop. Throw back behind him, and very close. Kind of landed awkwardly, lunging back to the bag with his right foot to the outfield side of first base. Tigers have lost their challenge.
I'm not quite sure why Randy Rosarena shut that down. I thought he was going to get that bag. He jumped Ty Madden. He was actually off a little bit before Ty Madden went home plate.
I couldn't believe he didn't go the last time up. Luke Rayleigh swings and misses at a 4-seam fastball. That's the fastball we talk about. It can get swing and miss up in the strike zone. The 1-1. Fastball away. 2-1. Dangerous hitter at the plate. almost took Drew Summers deep in the 6th inning. Deep fly ball to right center. Good running catch from Wenzel Perez. Strikeout and a routine fly to left off the starter, Cater Montero, the 2-1. Splitter hung high and away, 3-1. McGonigal's right up the middle at shortstop. Keith is off the line deep at third. Outfield straight up, Green in left, Veerling in center, Wenzel Perez in right. Breezy, warm day in downtown Detroit. The wind has not really played into this game at all. A little sidearm flick over to first. Kind of guided that throw. It wasn't a confident fire over to first. Riley's got the good hitters count. Rosarena dancing, not going. Fastball strike, and Rayleigh reached for his helmet, stopped, reached for his helmet, stopped. He's like, never mind.
He double pumped it right there and decided not to go for it.
Okay, called the strike. He's like, okay, I'm going to reach. No, I'm going to. No, shoot. There goes Rosarena, 3-2, swinging a pop-up. By first base, Rosarena 2/3 of the way to second, has plenty of time to get back to first. Gleyber Torres makes the catch 10 feet under the outfield grass near the right field line. That's a good job by Madden. That's a dangerous hitter at the plate. He's been bombing the ball this year.
Yeah, it was a good job, and it's also a good job of varying his times, his set times going home the home plate. Rosarena, later in the count, after 2-1, looked froggy like he wanted to go. Ty Madden did a nice job.
And Cater Montero did too.
He did.
Didn't he, last time up?
That's the best defense that any pitcher can have against the runners. Not throwing over or anything else. It is varying your set times.
Dominic Canzone's had big swings today. Ground ball past Gleyber Torres into right. Hopper just past his outstretched glove. 2 steps to his left. Rosarena stops at second base. Ground ball single to right. Mariners team that right near the bottom in total team speed. They do steal bases, but it's specifically a couple of guys. Rodriguez and Rosarena have some speed. And then there's Josh Naylor, who says, I don't have speed, but I will steal a base.
Fascinating. 12 of 14 for Naylor.
Slider in the strike zone, gets called the ball, and just a slump of the shoulders for Dylan Dingler, knowing that he has no challenges. The 1-0. Pitch a little bit up. It's rare to see the Tigers lose both challenges by the second inning. This year, the Tigers hitters have the 3rd highest number of successful challenges by number. By percentage, they are at the 50-50 mark. Half cut. Patrick Wisdom fooled by the slider. 2-1. Their catchers are the very best in baseball at challenging with a 72% success rate. They don't have the highest number, but they do have the best success rate, led by Dylan Dingler. And today, Dylan Dingler lost a challenge early. Wenzel Perez lost a challenge early as well. The 2-1. Swinging a pop foul out of play. 2 balls, 2 strikes. As we talked about the other day, it's not even close. Catchers, with the occasional pitcher, have by far the best overturn rate. Hitters aren't really that good at it. 58% success rate for catchers. Hitters, 47%. 4-0 Mariners win the 8th. The 2-2. Swing and a miss. Wow, geared up to 96. I think that answers the question whether it might play up a little bit out of the bullpen. We didn't see much 96 in a bulk roll.
Yeah, good heater from Ty Madden. Spotted that thing away.
Bobby, I like it.
That's really nice right there. You can dot that pitch right there, glove side, away from the right-handed hitter. It's a good sign. It's something on it, too.
96 away. Again, his average fastball is 93. Slider on the back door for a called strike. So something to watch as Ty Madden now works out of the Tigers bullpen. Colt Emerson batting. Tigers have been out hit 9-1 today. Emerson's 0 for 3. A couple of pop-ups and a strikeout. The strike one. Ground ball fouled on the first baseline. This is a team that has a below average walk rate. They are top 5 for most strikeouts. But they also have really good power numbers. Their power numbers top 3 in the American League. If you want to look at slugging percentage or isolated power, which is just the power component of slugging percentage. The 0-2 in the dirt. Buried the splitter.
Like that call. Good try there. Went in with the fastball previous pitch. See if you can't catch Emerson hunting for it. Get him out in front of something. Didn't bite.
Rosarena, the runner at second. Canzone at first. The 1-2. Splitter misses away. Ty Madden, Tigers' first-round pick, supplemental pick in 2021 out of the University of Texas. The 2-2. Swing and a pop-up. Behind home plate, playable for Dylan Dingler. Tosses the mask away, makes the catch right by home plate, backing up 2 giant strides to make the catch for the third out. Way to hang with it. The wind was pushing it back toward the...
He's aboard ahead of Corbin Carroll. Corbin last year, the first 30-30 season in D-backs history.
Corbin Carroll lines it to right. And it's off the wall. Marte coming around. Corbin Carroll, he's going the distance. He's going for speed.
94 down and in right in his wheelhouse. Thought that ball had a chance to get out of here off the bat, but it hits at the base of the fence out there. And then one of our favorite things to watch, Corbin Carroll legging out a triple.
High in the air to right. Carpenter back to the track. He's back to the wall. And it's gone.
Halfway home to the cycle for Corbin Carroll. It's his first of the year, and it's 5-0 Diamondbacks to the bottom of the second.
Breaking ball down and in slider, battling, trying to locate that pitch. And that's not where you want to throw it to a lefty, especially when that lefty's named Corbin Carroll. 2 big blasts.
They say it's a game of numbers, pero el flow es completamente otra ciencia. Flow mayor is where all those rhythms meet. Porque el flow no es de un solo jugador, es de un corillo entero que prende estadio. De San Diego a Santo Domingo y cada parada en el camino. Cuando estamos activos, la liga sube de nivel. Esto es flow mayor.
Vegas, it's your home for Detroit sports.
The Mariners dugout. Peretta came over. He's a little frustrated that he didn't get closer, but the ball wasn't very high. It's just strike one on Dylan Dingler. Righty's 9 for 28 with 3 extra base hits this year against this lefty. Spire last year held righties to a 200 batting average with no power. But over the course of his career, righties have had a serious advantage as compared to lefties. Righty Dingler at the plate. Righty Jahmai Jones waiting on deck. Tigers trying to start something in the 9th inning. They're down 4. The strike one. Swing and a pop-up high to shallow center field. Rodriguez in, puts that in his back pocket for out number 1. 4-0 Mariners. They bring up Jahmai Jones. Tigers need 2 more base runners to bring the potential tying run to the plate. So why not have Jones and Green reach for Spencer Torkelson?
And why not? That sounds like a good plan.
That sounds like a pretty solid plan. A lot of logic behind it. Eighth year in the major leagues for Gabe Spire. Started with Kansas City and with Seattle now for the last 4 years. First pitch slider down and in to Jahmai Jones. Entered the game as a pinch hitter for Kerry Carpenter in the 7th and popped out. Works over on the first base side of the rubber. Young trying to shorten the lead of McGonigal at second. Spire checks him. The 1-0. Off the plate and in. 97-mile-an-hour sinker, so both lefties are in that 97-plus range with their fastballs. Spire with healthy strikeout rates each of the last 3 years, 12, 13 strikeouts per 9. Backdoor slider for a called strike. Still the good hitters count for Jahmai Jones.
That's so tough when you get 2-0 like that and you're Jahmai Jones. 97 in, miss. 97 in, miss. Okay, 2-0. I'm going to spin this backdoor breaking ball.
The 2-1. Away. Slider missed big. 3-1. 4-0 Mariners. Man on, man out. Bottom of the 9th inning. Tigers took game 1. Mariners trying to even up this series at a game apiece. The 3-1. Whoa, way inside. Almost hit him. Sinker down and in. And the Tigers have 2 men on with 1 out for Riley Green.
Good at bat for Jahmai Jones right there. Fight the urge to try to do too much, especially given his struggles. Stadium his approach was rewarded with a walk.
Riley Green got off to an absolutely sizzling start against lefties. His big improvement early. Then the numbers fell off a little bit, but he's kind of leveled out. Bobby, his at-bats against lefties have been pretty consistently good all year.
They have. Results haven't been quite what he wanted, but they've been pretty good, especially of late.
288 against lefties. He swings at the first pitch from Spire. A fastball at 96, fouls it out of play. Well back third base side. That's in 66 at-bats, and 7 of his 19 hits have been for extra bases. Now Munoz up. The surprise is that Munoz was up earlier, right? Or was he not up earlier?
No, he was up earlier throwing, and then he sat down, and Spire started getting hot really quickly.
Kind of a surprise they didn't bring Munoz in the start of the inning. That's strike 1. Off the plate away. 1 ball, 1 strike. Torkelson waiting on deck. He would almost surely get Munoz if Riley Green reaches. Even if Riley Green doesn't reach, you would think Munoz is up for a reason. The 1-1. Swing and a foul straight back. Had a rip at a 96-mile-an-hour fastball.
Yeah, that's a good swing right there. Good pass at it. Fouled it off. Straight back. We've talked about a lot. Sometimes a straight back foul ball means you're late. Sometimes it just means you're just under it. That was the case there, under it.
McGonigal at second. Jones at first has pretty good speed on the base pass. The 1-2. High and tight. Almost hit him. 87. He got out of the way. 2-2. Upright, relaxed stance deep in that left-handed batter's box. Cocks the bat high over the left shoulder. The 2-2. Swinging a ground ball to second. Young to Emerson to Naylor. 4-6-3. Inning-ending, game-ending double play. Tigers put a couple of men on for just the second time in the game, but Spire works out of the jam with a game-ending DP. Our final score, the Mariners even up this series at a game apiece with a 4-0 win.
At Comerica Bank, we've helped build some of America's most iconic companies. Now, we're bringing that same professional-grade expertise to today's builders. The kitchen table